The 2026 NEBA season is brought to you by Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global Bowling. We would like to recognize the additional sponsors who make these events possible. Tired of guessing how you're really performing on the lanes? Take control of your game with Tournament Sense, the ultimate companion for tournament bowlers. From tracking every frame to managing financials, it's time to stop playing and start dominating. Download Tournament Sense on the App Store or Google Play today. DJBT is a competitive tournament series built for youth bowlers, with adult participation on challenging sport patterns. A PBA junior affiliate and youth athletes can earn junior gold qualifying spots. KR Strikeforce. For those who have a choice, go with the most trusted name in bowling. KR Strikeforce. Cambridge Credit Counseling is your destination for debt relief services. Visit cambridgecredit.org to learn how they can help you with credit card debt, student loan repayment options, and mortgage relief services. NEBA's longest-running sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop, offers high-quality professional services at the best prices in the industry delivered to your front door. Visit buddysproshop.com today. Bloomfield Electric, providing service, design, and installation since 1926. Jeff Barden and his staff offer fantastic bowling facilities at Yankee Lanes Keene and Yankee Lanes Manchester. Visit them on Facebook, Twitter, and their tournament Facebook page. Northeastern Bowling Championships. Ace Mitchell Bowlers. Mart is the largest bowling distributor in the world. Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. Staying ahead with innovative technology is how we build shoes for every style of bowling. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Dexter Bowling. Better Bowling Concepts, specializing in customer service and providing customers the best ball motion possible. East Coast Sports Investors, your leading source of sports information, many styles of bowling. Keep styling on them. Turbo Grips, driven to bowl. For more information on products and services, you can visit turbogrips.com or visit your local pro shop today. Taking bowling and business and marketing their products and services in a modern way, Major Bowling offers quality services and coaching regardless of skill level. Here to help you look great while you enjoy the most participated sport in America. Discover unique bowling shirts and jerseys at iambowling.com and use code NEBA for 25% off. Better feel, better control, better performance. Jopo grips are changing the game with their easy twist system and unmatched consistency. Make the change today and feel the difference immediately. Jopo grips, trust it, love it, and just twist it. Located inside Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, Ideal Bowling Concepts is your one-stop shop for all your bowling needs. Leah Cars, the brand of cars for the bowling community. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Attack the Rack. We would also like to thank Tony and Suzanne Renaud. Island Bowling Supply, The House Bowling, Tech Vision, Northeast Megabucks, Grog Monster Sports, and Pinwheel.us. Thank you for tuning in. Now remember to like and share and enjoy the show.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Currently, the 2026 Buddy's Pro Shop Open Singles event. I am joined today by Buddy's Pro Shop employee and famous driller, Matt Sikowitz.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for tuning in just now. We are one round into our finals event here today. A little bit different format with the Eliminator style format where we are cutting half the field every single time. So you just got to be in the top half to move on.
Bottom half gets paid.
Bottom half does get paid, thankfully. I was on the bottom half of the bottom half today, so no payment for me. However, we get to have some fun calling the action today on 46 feet of oil, the 46-foot pattern from the 2023 USBC Masters. Definitely was very interesting. It was very, very tight, as you would expect. 46 feet. It definitely didn't hook very much. However, you may see today that there are some folks getting their ball to curve just a little bit as long as they're in the right part of the lane. So we might get a shot from Eric Horn out there. On a purple hammer, there's a limited view of urethane type balls that we've seen going down the lane. But yeah, he's definitely one of the eyeballs out really getting that thing to curve in the middle of the lane. This is event number 1061. So many NEBA events. We thank everybody for coming out. All 179 entrants for today. Quite a turnout. Reasonable turnout for the Saturday night squad was a little over. I think we had 47 that were rolling through on Saturday night, so that was a pretty solid squad, and everybody else rolling back in today. Lower scoring affair overall. Even though your tournament leader found a way to strike, Tom Coco plus 122. Absolutely crushing him.
With this quick math, between the two of us, we account for 0.28% of total NEBA victories.
See? If you didn't know, now you know. That's an interesting number for sure. I added one of those victories. My man Matt here has added, what, 3, right? Two. We've got a billion that are in the tank, but he just doesn't want to give us the pleasure of having them all anymore. He cut us a break, so appreciate all that. We are at Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. I believe we are the largest center in the New England area, at very least. And shout out to Dominic Griek, the host. Also, hooking us up with that lineage, making our prize fund what it is today. He is the cheapest lineage we see all year round. So shout out to Dominic Griek, Nutmeg Bowl, as well as the mechanic, Joe Parker. I got to shout him out anytime I'm here doing the live stream because these lanes run flawlessly in comparison to the rest of the Northeast. There are some other good centers out there, so no slight to them. But he knows how to keep these lanes running top notch and love taking care of the place. Seen Kevin Tebow there picking up that 10 pin there. Your prior winner to this event last year shot 300, not on the same pattern, but he shot 300 in the finals. Dennis Bissonette, another lefty who likes to do some damage, didn't quite make it to the cut today, unfortunately. But like I said, we did have a lefty lead with Tom Coco. He is no stranger to leading and winning, as Tom is just on the outside of becoming NEBA Hall of Fame eligible. Whether he's keeping track of that or not, I know we are. He is right there. Oh, a little flying pin action there from Jonathan Sellers. Not quite getting that one today. Still love seeing those pins fly around, though. As I mentioned, we did get one round in already in this Eliminator format. The cut being there was 191, so a little higher than what I anticipated, but there were only 60 competitors. The top 24 received a bye for the first round.
For those of you unfamiliar with the format, the bowlers you see in front of you are not necessarily competing against each other. They're competing against everybody. Everybody that is qualified right now, they are all bowling against everybody.
32 of them. So you just got to make it to the top 16 out of the 32 scores. I have a love-hate relationship with this format only because, especially certain centers, this one is not exempt. Pair-to-pair can play in terms of score wildly different than some of the other centers. So it's like, how do you manage the good pairs, the bad pairs, and find your way to make it through? Especially when you look over to the pair to the right, you got 4 guys, 4 of them got the front 6. And you know, everybody's scoring in your pair, then suddenly you're looking and you're shooting 140. You can catch off to the right-hand side here on your screen. That's Tom Coco, tournament leader. Through a vengeance from 900 Global all day. Shout out to our sponsors from Storm Products.
Well, the strike there, he's currently on 279 pace through 6 frames.
Not necessarily surprising to me for Tom to be throwing that many strikes. Maybe surprising to him as he didn't have quite the luck on the fresh. My man did turn into the tournament leader on the 1230 squad, so he did have a couple games on there. Not quite what the righties ended up having in terms of lineage. My man knows how to strike. He makes that vengeance look pretty good. I think that's a fairly underrated ball. We don't see a ton of them coming through, but as far as being a nice, strong, symmetrical piece, especially combating foil like this, it's pretty good at its job. If you haven't already, feel free to like and share the stream. We want to make sure that New England's best are getting the attention they deserve. And that's what we're whittling it down to here today. Everybody who made the cut on this super difficult pattern today is just top notch. So you're getting to witness a lot of quality bowling.
Jesse, with the 46-foot Masters pattern, do you know how many mils we're looking at here?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up real quick. This is the look of the pattern we are bowling on today. So right there, you're looking at 20, looks like 28 mils with that 46 feet. Fairly flat. The lefties get a little bit of love there, but I think it wasn't really that much help for all of them today.
A slightly asymmetrical pattern.
Exactly. So, but super, super flat as it gets pushed off the back there. And really, that's what we saw today. It was the flatness of the pattern. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Nutmeg, the gunner plays. So a lot of folks were getting forced to the far outside to find a shot.
Here we have Eric Cornog, who's currently on the front 6 here, throwing his purple hammer. Gets down a little right. I'm back, though. Doesn't run. The other bowlers on our featured pair, we have Frank Bouchard, who's about to step up on lane 36, Kevin Tebow on lane 35, and we also have Jonathan Sellers with us. Very interesting pattern. You see a lot of low scores and a lot of high scores. Some people just get matched up, and some people, man, also depending on the pair you hit, it's hard to get matched up. Kevin Tebow here looking pretty much needs this double here on the left lane. Big shot. Banked, I'm back. Big
Fantastic shot there from Kevin. And he absolutely does need it. As we start starting to creep down the other end of the house, there is where it's took a walk. There are several strings that we wouldn't have necessarily expected to see a fresh, really, pattern. It's only got a game. So to see, I think I seen a couple 6-baggers walking down through there. So scores a little bit higher, at least for the guys who are really getting after it. But there are still plenty of scores that are going to bring that cut number right back down towards the middle. I would anticipate it probably being right around that same thing, like 190, maybe low 200s. While there are a couple strings, there's only one guy that's working on perfection at this point, and you're looking at Eric Warnock there with the front 7.
This would be a big opportunity for Jonathan Sellers. Needs the strike here in the 8th frame for the double.
Pretty quality shot. I mean, it's just so hard in terms of speed, even with bigger balls like what he's throwing, to get these things to slow down in the right part of the lane and actually go through the pin. So you see him coming behind the head there.
Rico is here. Thanks for tuning in, Rico. We appreciate that.
We appreciate you all, especially today's sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop. You don't know where to go to get your equipment? Buddy's Pro Shop is the place. And if you want to get your equipment drilled, speaking of getting drilled, there's a 9-pin for Eric Cornog. That is terrible in front 7, but in this Eliminator format, you're just trying to move on. So that's an unfortunate stuff there. However, if you're looking to get your stuff drilled and you use the online service, one of us is going to be taking care of your equipment. So check it out, buddysproshop.com. Email drillers@buddysproshop.com if you want to know what. Especially if you like high quality professional services. I think that's just what we do. It's interesting for Eric's ball. He's actually switching to a package. I think that might be, that almost looks like a Revenant. I don't think it's a Typhoon. I think it's a Revenant. See some other action going on here. Rob Gotterbarn cleaning up the 610 there. Puts him in the 180s and the 9, so he can go out for 2 teams. So really, he needs to step up and at least get the first one. Be pretty comfortable in it. Okay, the 9-pin there. How much of that do you think is him like testing the line, or is that just him filling the frame?
You know, I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know why you would even test anything
off the first 7. Yeah.
Why would you test it? Especially you're probably not getting this pair again.
Sure. That's what I thought last year when I drew this pair twice. Quality shot there, but unfortunate for Ryan Ladd, they can leave the 4-7. You really have to yank him over your toe unless we have that right.
Tom Coco once again visible on the right side there. That'd be lane 37, and he is looking for a 4-bagger to keep his 279 pace going. And
Pretty solid shot there, not getting that 7 to fall.
you can't see the 7 pin because of the pole, but yeah, he left a flat 7.
Every shot I've seen Tom today throw, it has been that clean and that floaty off his hand. Tom doesn't necessarily have a very high rev rate. His roll is very heavy, and his ball really likes to pick up. So I mentioned before to some folks here that we typically drill his equipment to kind of kill things out because it almost forced him too far right. So for him, this is a blessing in disguise to have some oil to play around with, keep him a little further left and let him do what he likes to do.
Jesse, why don't you go into a little more depth when you say kill Tom Coco's equipment?
Yeah, so we don't necessarily make him do nothing. However, we put things that are further from his axis, just so they don't flare necessarily as much. That way they can allow him to play just a little bit straighter. Otherwise, we lay things out are a little too strong for him, especially as a left-hander. It's going to force him a little too far in, get into those righty tracks, or just make it more shape than what he's really needing. He can shape the ball plenty, even with them being a little killed out. But unfortunately, for guys like him, we can't even put a ball pin down for him because he tracks so high. So that's why we have to go with those longer pin to PAPs to really kind of help tame those things down for him. Opposite thing today, though, he is throwing, I believe, the strongest ball in his bag. You see Ryan Ladley there get into the 2 teens, which I would say that should be enough.
It's just hard to tell. Can't see all the scores from where we're seated, so it's very difficult to know what is a safe number.
Wow.
John Stelling hanging it on the ditch.
If there's anywhere there's friction today, it's that one board, and then it's oftentimes too much. But in this case, it paid off for him.
So back to Eric Cornog here. Off of his spare, still slinging that purple hammer around the lane. Hooked extremely early for him. He'll leave himself a 6-pin. But he should easily get himself into the 240s, which is a very, very safe number.
Is the 2. Speculation right now is that we are looking at the 2 O's, especially at the lower end of this building right now. Has got some scores going in there to help even things out. But yeah, you're looking at pretty much somebody being 2 O's for the cut number. Anything can change. There are a couple frames left for everybody to bowl. So, yeah, this is what's interesting about the Eliminator format. It's going around. Everybody score checking left and right just to see if they made it through. Oh, wow. What a tough break from Kieran Carney there. A pocket 710. Not what you want to see.
And that essentially eliminates him from the tournament.
Yeah, that was a huge hit he had.
He could have finished with a 4-bagger for 199, the 710 in the 9th. Best he's going to do now is 160s.
And Eric could throw zeros. Eric could throw zeros for the rest of his game here in this one frame and be safe. Will Dulich there picked up a double on the right side of your screen, and that's pacing him and into the 220s. He goes fair strike. Looks like Frank Bouchard's going to be wrapping his day up today. Both phenomenal in the 1230 squad. I believe he was leading in game 4, only to drop down just a little bit. But solid day for Frank. Tebow on a triple here. Looking to just really solidify himself into the next round. That's
Ooh,
wow.
710 Tomahawk Messenger out the 10. If he left that 10 pin as well, that would have kicked him out.
Absolutely. And speaking of breaks, we just seen Evan throw. And that is going to be a close shot there for him. He tripped the 4 out of the 4 sticks. He's going to be in the 190s now. That is a tight net for him.
I'm thinking you're going to need to be in the 200s.
I think 2 O's is it. Really going to kind of determine what's going to determine these final guys as we see a couple folks here stepping up into the 10th row, all right around that number. Corey says 2-0. Oh boy.
Kevin Tebow missed there. We're going to have to adjust that. It's not looking good for Kevin there. Cornell got the first one in the 10th. Bare minimum is getting himself at 250s. Let's see what he does here. Another 110 back. So that's going to be a 260 something game where Cornell will definitely probably lead.
260. That's got to be leading.
That's
even
probably
though
a high score here.
Yeah, but there's definitely some potential to that. I feel like there's a couple 250 ranges down there. There were 6 or 7 in a row. A few of them there. Throwing urethane, nonetheless, on 46 feet. If you guys just are tuning in, we are at the finals, the Eliminator style format, the 2026 Buddies Pro Shop Open Singles event here in Fairfield at Nutmeg Bowl. Shout out to Dominic Griek for not only putting on a great event for us, having the center run top notch with him and the staff, but also for giving us the best finance deal out of all of the centers we have been to this year. That helps the prize fund enormously.
John Sellers here on the left lane needs this first hit in the 10th to get himself.
Oh, wow. That was another one that jumped off the
back Brooklands for him.
Okay.
That's massive because now if he gets the second hit, he's pretty much guaranteeing himself in.
He gets himself into the 2 teens. I personally think he needs it. So Cornell will finish up with a 267 game.
That is hyper impressive on 46 feet to be throwing a purple. Speaking of 710s, there's another one, Will Dulich. But it looks like he'll probably be safe. That's a 205. That's right on the edge. John Sellers here needs another one. I expect a much more quality shot out of John here rather than just shipping it right. We'll see. Oh, my. Oh, the lane gets the trip 4. That's a fantastic hit when you need it.
An onslaught of interesting strikes.
Speaking of hits when you need it, Kevin is at 173 stepping up here on this right lane. He needs them all.
He needs them all to get to 2-0, which we don't even know if that's good enough.
Put him at 203. Close. Oh, and a right 10 there. That is detrimental for his bid to try and move on. Just looking across the board here, and it does seem like 2-0 is going to be the number, especially as we're looking a little closer down to the lower end of the house.
Light pocket 4-pin for Tom Coco there. For a lefty, that's a very strange pin action.
Agreed. But Tom safely into the 2-0s at this point. I tell you what, if he goes ahead and picks this up, we'll guarantee him in. John Sellers packing all 3 to get into the 2 teams, punching his ticket for the next round. At least from what we can tell here just by quick score checking.
It's other than the 260 game, it's pretty much the highest score we see around. I would say so. I would say he's good.
Shout out to him, taking advantage of that those back-to-back Brooklands there. That is incredible.
Back-to-back Brooklands and a trip 4.
Back-to-back Brooklands, trip 4, and then just bury the money. Tom Coco making his pair there. That's going to put him into the 220 category. Frank's just looking to get out of the building at this point. It has back-to-back splits there, trying to get his ball to do the right thing. So a strike. If you guys are paying attention to any PBA-related events, they just had Alex Work, who bowled the NEBA non-champs just a few weeks ago, is now a PBA champion and a PBA major champion. So shout out to Alex for coming to bowl NEBA before he went and got famous. That is pretty much going to rank Kevin's ticket home, unfortunately. Man, when you seen him on that triple there, you really thought he had something going together. Nutmeg had other plans with that second, and obviously just not going to get it.
So that wraps up the bowling on this pair. And it looks like everybody else is finished up as well.
So we will hold up here. We'll go ahead and hold up as we're getting the scores together. Matt likes to smile for the camera. I'm just here. So we're going to get the scores tallied up, but while we do, we'll just run back through it again. Dominic Griek, your host for this event, Nutmeg Bowl, Fairfield. We are in event 1061. You just keep adding to them. It's kind of crazy how that works. I'm joined today by co-host Matt Sikowitz. If you're familiar with Matt in the New England area, one hell of a bowler, decided to stop. Who could blame him? On to disc golf these days. Shout out to the disc golf community. But not only was Matt one of the best amateur bowlers in Connecticut and the Northeast in general, but he's also one of the best amateur disc golfers. It's just kind of turned it around in the Northeast area too. So,
I'm a good teammate. I suck.
I didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. We just had our old trio's teammate Rob Goddard was bowling on the pair to the left of our action pair. And it looks like he's going to be just outside of that number. Is that Rob there with 189? It's an unfortunate. He had to open at the 10th there, which is really a steal.
Starting with a four-bagger and kind of ruining it with a bunch of open frames there.
But that'll do that to you on this pattern. It felt like as soon as it started to transition, if you weren't able to just kind of finagle and get it to do the right shape, it was quick to throw some red circles your way. They are going through and they're counting up that final number for us. So we hear that announced in just a minute. We'll be able to get that over to you guys. While we do, we're going to go ahead and just run through our commercials. So take a look at our sponsors for the 2026 season.
Bowling equipment. Whether you're a recreational and league bowler or all the way up to a highly competitive bowler or even the professionals, everybody needs bowling equipment. Buddy's Pro Shop recognizes that not everyone has an experienced local pro shop near them. Something that you trust, someone that you know is going to get the job done every time. That's where we step in. Buddy's is dedicated to making sure that we have the most competitive prices in the industry, as well as offering you the option of having high-level, experienced professional drilling to your front door. Whether you're looking for tape, cleaner, shoes, balls, bags, chamois, and extremely reduced prices on equipment, Buddy's Pro Shop has you covered. And if you decide to use our industry-leading professional drilling services, you'll have myself or this guy use precise measuring tools to ensure that your ball gets the care it needs. That way you have a precise and exact fit every single time. So if you're looking for the best prices in the industry, or maybe you just need to change your drilling game, come on down to Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. Or you can check us out, buddysproshop.com, the place that's here for you, the bowler.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this NEBA live stream, one of my favorite tournament organizations. If you're looking for some of the best bowling merchandise on the internet, check us out at thehousebowling.com. T-shirts, hats, polos, hoodies, and much, much more on our website. We can also get you equipped for your next tournament with all of the newest releases from all your favorite brands, as well as some huge deals in our closeout section. We've got a special deal for you guys out there using promo code NEBA at checkout for 15% off. That's NEBA for 15% off merch only on thehousebowling.com.
At Storm, we're known for our innovations. Take a look. You'll probably spot a few of your all-time favorites. The ones you trusted. Ones that changed your game. Ones you won with. Each one a step forward. Each a reminder that progress never sleeps. And the best part? We're just getting started. Storm. Still the Bowlers Company.
We would like to recognize the additional sponsors who make these events possible. Tired of guessing how you're really performing on the lanes? Take control of your game with Tournament Sense, the ultimate companion for tournament bowlers. From tracking every frame to managing financials, it's time to stop playing and start dominating. Download Tournament Sense on the App Store or Google Play today. DJBT is a competitive tournament series built for youth bowlers with adult participation on challenging sport patterns. A PBA junior affiliate and youth athletes can earn junior gold qualifying spots. KR Strikeforce. For those who have a choice, go with the most trusted name in bowling. KR Strikeforce. Cambridge Credit Counseling is your destination for debt relief services. Visit cambridgecredit.org to learn how they can help you with credit card debt, student loan repayment options, and mortgage relief services. NEBA's longest-running sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop, offers high-quality professional services at the best prices in the industry delivered to your front door. Visit buddysproshop.com today. Bloomfield Electric, providing service, design, and installation since 1926. Jeff Barden and his staff offer fantastic bowling facilities at Yankee Lanes Keene and Yankee Lanes Manchester. Visit them on Facebook, Twitter, and their tournament Facebook page. Northeastern Bowling Championships. Ace Mitchell Bowlers. Mart is the largest bowling distributor in the world. Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. Staying ahead with innovative technology is how we build shoes for every style of bowling. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Dexter Bowling. Better Bowling Concepts, specializing in customer service and providing customers the best ball motion possible. East Coast Sports Investors, your leading source of sports information, many styles of bowling. Keep styling on them. Turbo Grips, driven to bowl. For more information on products and services, you can visit turbogrips.com or visit your local pro shop today. Taking bowling and business and marketing their products and services in a modern way, Major Bowling offers quality services and coaching regardless of skill level. Here to help you look great while you enjoy the most participated sport in America. Discover unique bowling shirts and jerseys at iambowling.com and use code NEBA for 25% off. Better feel, better control, better performance. Jopo grips are changing the game with their easy twist system and unmatched consistency. Make the change today and feel the difference immediately. Jopo grips, trust it, love it, and just twist it. Located inside Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, Ideal Bowling Concepts is your one-stop shop for all your bowling needs. Leah Cars, the brand of cars for the bowling community. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Attack the Rack. We would also like to thank Tony and Suzanne Renaud. Island Bowling Supply, The House Bowling, Tech Vision, Northeast Megabucks, Grog Monster Sports, and Pinwheel.us.
Show and I got people
All
calling me.
right. We are back. We're back with the Buddy's Pro Shop Singles Open with the man, Chris Forey. How on the mic real quick, Chris?
Mike. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to leave it up to the two pros because I've done this long enough.
We're going to shout out to my man here just for the added money, $1,000 added into our regular prize fund. And then on top of that, the $1,250 special youth prize fund set up by Island Bowling Supply. So thank you to Island Bowling Supply for giving our youth a little bit more to fight for today. Shout out to Matt there, apparently behind us. If you guys are just tuning in, we are just wrapping up our last round of our Eliminator style format. I believe the cut score was 197 coming into this, so just down down to 16 people is what he's saying. I may have confused me. So 197 is what it took to make this pass up. A lot of folks that were really, really close to that. Even like Kevin Tebow was sitting in front of us. He had 9 missed there, which ended up getting rid of him. We had Rob Otterbarn on the pair to the left of us, ended up with 189. He had an open in the 10th, so that pretty much excluded him out of it. We have a 194 there on that same pair. So a lot of guys that were really, really close to that number. But yeah, that's why it's so important to keep trying, because you don't necessarily get to see everybody, and you have no idea really what the actual score is going to be. So we're just getting ready to get into the round of 16 here. I think we're going to be going to just 2 to a pair, so we'll be able to look at that here in just a second. And if you guys haven't already, feel free to like and share the stream. Let's get as many people as we can into to this live stream so we can get all of our votes. So, not seeing anything. Interesting.
That's 3 minutes.
Interesting that you weren't seeing anything. Looked like everything was playing good online. I have no idea.
Can you pull it up on your
I'll tell you what, we'll,
is that feed?
Yeah, but these should be everything we have. We'll see here. I'll pull us back up just to make sure on my end. Yeah, it looked like it was running just fine. So interesting. Yeah, everything was good. Just a little glitch in the system, I guess. That ends up here. So,
Sorry,
we
Stacey. I
are-
hope it's all fixed for you now.
Yeah, if not, just try to reload your browser and/or close your app and open it back up. Maybe it will start going. But we are just now getting into the round of 16. These guys are going to get a couple practice shots before they start out. And then we'll start calling a little bit more action. Our tournament leader is still in it. He shot 222 his last game, so he's still firing away. And he's actually in the running for the goal of the year. It's still a little early, but my man is up there still. He's trying to really add to a potential resume for his Hall of Fame. I know he's just outside of that. Hey, George, we see you in there. George Zaccanini, my man, used to work here at Nutmeg Bowl, so shout out to George.
Hey, George.
Hey, George. If you're not familiar with Nutmeg Bowl and you are a bowler in the Northeast, you got to come bowl at Nutmeg at some point. One of the best maintained centers around. As far as lane to lane, they're always running all the time. The mechanic here does a top-notch job at that. And not only that, but it's a huge center. It's 58 lanes, right? 58, 56, 58. We bowl here. We're going to call it 56 lanes. So 56 lanes, one of the largest centers in the Northeast, and it is the largest
56.
center in the New England area. So not only that, if you want to bring the kids along, there is a little bit more to do. They have the recreation room up top, which has got a bunch of bounce houses and things like that. So feel free to check that out. You can Google Nutmeg Bowl. It might be nutmegbowl.com. You can check that out too. So, and big thank you again, Dominic Griek, giving us the lowest lineage out of all of the centers. Hopefully everybody starts getting on board with that one, supporting NEBA. You're a big supporter of NEBA? Follow along. I guess we're already doing our 2 shots each as we're starting to get into here. Nate's got 1 shot. We got these PBA guys out here trying to remember what it's like to bowl NEBA. Max
Team bowler, 25 to 42 shots each lane. Practice is on.
Let's see here. Let's see who we still got in this. We have Jeremy Harparker sitting right in front of us. He's going to be on lanes 35 and 6. Nate Clark, champion. Thanks, sir. Have a good one. The other NEBA champions that we have Brandon Robinson, John Solo, Eric Warnock. We have Nutmeg Local, and Joe Ceruzzi still in it. We have Colby Hagamoser, one of the players of the year, past couple of years. Nate Purchase, rising young talent in the PBA. Kyle Wilkes, a recent NEBA champion of the past couple of years, the past couple of events. Tom Coco still in it. Buddy's employee, Tyler Sudell, still in the mix. He is bowling with Tay Bernier, who was our 9 a.m. squad leader, the only 300 in the building today. So shout out to Tay. Looks like we still have Will Vadulich in it. Ryan Ladley is in it. The 6 p.m. squad leader from last night, Steve Blanchett, is in it. Chris Viali is also in this mix. So a lot of really, really good talent joining us for the round of 16. You guys are in for a treat.
I think it's going to be a little easier for us to score check now that we've condensed the lanes.
Sure, yeah, that too. So we'll have a little better idea as we get into these bottom frames. Who's doing what? Who needs it? Oh my goodness! Imagine if that was for the money. 46 feet today, so these balls do accelerate a little bit as they get down lane. We have seen quite a few messengers go a while, but with fastball speeds coming off the back of the pattern, also comes potential for getting behind the head. So it's definitely something to look out for. Speed control extremely important today. A lot of tighter ankles, hopefully. You guys are just doing this is all just for practice so far. It's just 2 balls in each lane. These guys are getting warmed up, and then we're going to head right into more Eliminator style action. Still seeing some purple hammers go down the lane too, which I find kind of funny. And that right there, I know it's still practice. That right there, what we've seen out of Nate, is the most overall shape that you're going to see on the lanes today.
Yes, Max Macklin, it is Eliminator style. You are correct. Right now in front of us, we'll have Jeremy Hartbarger and Nate Clark.
Nate Clark, that's it. Yep.
So once again, they're not necessarily bowling against each other. They are bowling against everybody left in the tournament.
And before we get started with this match, feel free to like and share. Get all of our amazing talent in front of as many eyes as possible. Maybe you'll win $1 million if you do so. I'm not the guy to give it out, but who knows? It's not surprising watching Jeremy throw that shot why he's as far into this as he is. That's pretty much his bread and butter as far as lines are concerned. He probably just used a little stronger ball today.
Speaking of that, Jesse, what have you noticed the competitors you're using for equipment? Is it diverse, or are they all pretty sticking to the same kind of stuff? What's
I see
going
a
on
lot. I'll see more surface than not. I don't see anybody that's really succeeding with 360 on their ball, but something with a little bit of teeth, 1,000 grit, 2,000 grit. I see a mix of bigger balls all the way down to balls that are a little bit on the lower diff side. So like alerts that are kind of in the middle there, but all the way up into the higher end pieces, Zero Mercy, Black Widows, that type of thing. I mean, obviously, then we're going all the way down to the Purple Hammer side of it, too. So a lot of versatility. Bionics going down the lane like crazy today. Seeing a lot of success with those. We had John Sellers throwing an RST Hyperdrive, super big, strong, sanded ball. Nate Purchase was actually throwing a Venom Shock, it looked like. I think I seen a shot or two there.
A little off topic, but we have a question from the audience. Jesse, how did you rip your pants?
Oh, my goodness. Rumor has it is that it's embarrassing. But my pants were ripped, and it looks like they were ripped prior to me even stepping on the lanes today. According to my wife, she had that pair set aside to fix for me, and I didn't even know. So I grabbed a pair from the drawer, threw them on, walked out the window, went to go throw the first shot in practice, and someone told me, they say, you are ripped all the way from top to bottom.
It didn't feel a little breezier in here than usual?
No, not usually. I mean, I tend to keep my fly open all the way around. So, but no, that was how my day started. And Colby Hakimo's were there. Somebody I was talking about earlier. He's the one throwing the alert. So just kind of like a middle of the road type ball, a little lower differential. It's in the 30s there, so not super aggressive. But what that does is allow him to stay a little further right and play against that friction a little tighter, and being able to have something to manage it, but still clean enough to actually strong enough to pop down lane. Try that, man.
Yeah, you did that. It looks like it's just saving me.
Where it should be. Showing 35 and 6 every time I hit it. Oh, I got what you're saying. Sure. If you guys have any dogs in the races, feel free to shout them out in the comments. We have lots of good bowlers going on here. I'd love to see somebody predict this right out of the top 16. Speaking of urethane, it looked like Tyler Snell, Buddington employee, just put up a double. I think he was throwing a Purple Hammer.
Definitely seems like a play.
If it wasn't the Purple Hammer, it might be the Purple Widow, the urethane version of the Purple.
I wouldn't be surprised if, with people seeing 46 feet, they didn't even think about trying a Purple Hammer. But the people who are using them, they're making it look really good right now.
Sure. I mean, all the shapes today are going to be a little bit more in front of me regardless. So having something that's going to hook in the front part of the lane, especially if you're playing very close to the friction, that's not going to like jackknife off it like we've seen with those couple shots of John Sellers. Although it did work out for him, that was not old. And Tyler just put three in a row there. I'd seen him go high and triple snake it, so good for him. Nate Clark here, first shot of the day. And that is 5, ladies and gentlemen. He's as confused as half.
For those of you unaware of bowling, but is 10 pins that you need to knock down for a strike, and he got half of them.
He did. The winner of this event last year was left-handed, but we don't have too many lefties in it right now. We have Tom Coco. I believe Will Vadulich is still in it. We have Brandon Robertson. So despite the overall odds of being left-handed and making it today, there are still quite a few in the top 16. Check Colby Hagen on lane 34. He's got a double to start. Looking to make it 3. And a miss. We're not quite getting the 10 out.
Nutmeg not really known for its flying messengers, but I've seen a lot today.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's that 46 feet of oil that we have going down there, just allowing these balls to hold some down lane. But that right there is the downside. Really easy to get behind the headband. A lot of 2-4-10, 2-4-8-10s, 2-10s, 2-8-10 in action today. A ton of it.
And thank you, Lori. We'll be sure to let John Sellers know that you have his support.
There we go. We got at least one person in the chat shouting out their winner. And it looks like it was probably just a check there just to see if it would work for him. Nate Clark has gone open to start, but luckily it is the Eliminator format, and it's an early, so he still just has to climb to the top half. He's got to beat 8 people to move on. Another 10 pin there for Colby Hagenmoser. Did clean his last one up just fine. That is a huge make. I'm not sure if anybody caught that, but Eric Hornog left the 3-9, and he's been telling your thing the whole time. Made the ball change to shoot the 3-9. Hooking at any square today felt like a nightmare. So my man made a ball change to reactive, made a move, made the 3-9. It's above my pay. And Jeremy get the light mixer there and knock him over. 9 spare strike to start his match. I say his match as if it's not an eliminator style. And definitely a mix overall. I see one end or the other. I see folks a lot of opens to start or a lot of strikes to start.
Jesse, if you had to pick the winner,
Oh,
who are you going with today?
oh my goodness, that is a solid question. No, I got to be honest. If I'm picking anybody, and it's only based off of what I've seen in the play part or the eliminator part so far, it's probably going to be Brandon Robinson. I feel like every shot I've seen has been very, very similar in terms of what the ball is trying to do front to back, and his side of the lane isn't going to change very much unless he runs across something like where Will Vadulich was throwing here. Thing. Shout out to the man, Rob Gottaburn. If you don't know him, he's one of the best bowlers in the Northeast, especially Long Island area. Just not at Nutmeg, not today.
I won the junior open here for $2,000 back in the day.
Well, that was back in the day. Today, on the other hand, my man, unfortunately, catching the early ride home. See you, Rob. Yeah, I think especially if there's still some righties left in the mix, the transition is what gets really, really hard, especially pair to pair, and trying to get your balls to shape the lane the right way. 6-3-10 make there. We love to knock those down. And also, my pick has the front tie currently.
I'll be honest with you. He was my pick as well, but since you have chosen him, I think I have to change I'd have to change my decision. And I'm thinking it's probably a lefty as well. And I'm going to have to go with Tom Coco.
That's a great choice. I mean, obviously, Tom has been bowling well year after year. I don't know how he goes under the radar to some extent, but Commit knows how to get it. Somebody else who just did some fun things, Kyle Wilkes down there, picked up the PBA play, went 4 through the middle, and then finished it off. So not often you can just see that made, but today we see it left a couple times. And Nate Clark getting Phil frame there. Also want to shout out again, it's Buddy's Pro Shop, the home of the best bowlers. I say that because I'm sitting here. Now, if you guys are interested in any type of discounted equipment or equipment at large or any professional drilling services, I would say buddysproshop.com is the best place to go. Especially if you don't have a local shop near you that's willing to put in some work for you, or maybe they get a little behind, or maybe they're not quite as accurate as what you'd like them to be. Buddies will take care of you, as we've seen that 5-pin fall late from Nate one time. I think he's looking for that to be the start of his the remainder of his game. Eric Portnoy cleaned his up. Eric did not have the front seven this time. However, he has gone spare, strike, spare, spare, so keeping it clean to start his game.
It's too early to tell. We're only most of these games are halfway through, except our feature pair here is a couple frames behind. But I see a lot of people that look like they're going to shoot around 250. A lot of four baggers out there. Jeremy Hartberger selling up the lane a little bit, leaves the 3-6-10.
Yeah, it's very interesting because what I'm looking at right now is the guys that aren't striking or aren't finding doubles have the splits. So it's not like they're going strike, spare, strike, spare. It's their spare, open, strike, open, somewhere in that ballpark. So very interesting, especially as we got down there. There is some striking going on down there, but there's plenty of red circles too. Speaking of which, Tyler, with that purple again, also went high. Brooklyn's trip to 6. Oh, not that. In a lower scoring affair, that is not allowed. You got to be willing to make this. If you wanted to move on today, it wasn't necessarily about the strikes. It was very much about the spares. As a matter of fact, the cut score was only, I believe, 211. Yeah, so let's see here. Pull up the actual list of cuts. Typically, I have paperwork to help me out with that. But a lot of lower scores to the extent that your squad leaders were actually putting up numbers that your squad cuts typically would, with Tom Coco, Steve Blanchett, all those guys floating around plus 80 marks and plus 120 as leaders. Let's go ahead and pull up our actual numbers for today, or for this event. Maybe. There we go. Eric Cornog actually was the qualifier last night. He qualified plus 29 on the 6 p.m. squad, while the 9 a.m. leaderboard was Nathan DeMello at just plus 15. And that was a pretty packed squad, too. So the fact that we only were able to get to about plus 15 from that point, pretty amazing. I believe plus 15 was also your large number for today. Just look right here. Yeah, so lower scoring affair across the board. And the highest of the cut scores actually came from the 1230 squad at plus 53, John Kirker. And that man is another one, super senior bowler. My man knows how to super senior strike because either they're afraid of his bowling game or they're afraid of him. John, he's an intimidating factor. Fortunately, not in our top 16 right now. Folks who are watching are and Joe Ceruzzi down there. He started out triple spare strike, so he's working on moving himself along too.
It's Nate Clark.
Yeah,
giving himself a little triple there to pick himself up after the going split. Luckily, the third split there was a make, but the triple is huge.
That's essential for him to stay competitive in this. He's only about halfway through. So heading in the back half, if he keeps that exact same pace up, he's going to be looking to move on. That's going to be one heck of a comeback. there are plenty of strikes out there right now, which is not typical from what we've seen earlier today with qualifying.
Oh.
That is wrong timing. Luckily for Jeremy, that's on a strike. So he turns around, puts the 10 back here. That's going to be a nice pair on the board as far as looking. Plus 14 is at large. Thank you. Just taking a look across the board here, seeing if we have folks doing some damage. Your tournament leader just cleaned up a 2-7 to keep himself clean through the first 7. He's going.
You mean my pick?
Your pick, Tom Coco, who's gone double, and then a string of spares for the 7th frame.
So we're gonna need him to throw another double here.
Another double will definitely help his cause. I feel like he's still pretty much in it as long as he finds his hook, which doesn't have the front 7 looking at her. Jeremy, huge spare there to keep himself in play. Never easy to throw a gutter on that particular lane when you need it, and then turn around and keep the spare when it doesn't matter.
It's easy to throw a gutter.
Well,
Your name is Jeremy.
Must be some if it starts with a J. Maybe. Yeah, J-E, exactly. Cornog still holding that purple hand. He wasn't a double, just to put up a 9 now. 7. To clean that up, keep himself in contention. Well, my pick went front 6, 9 spares. John Sellers over on the far pair, cleaned up single pin. Looks like he could go out for 220s. So 9th and 10th, he strikes out even the 220. So yeah, definitely a little higher scoring overall. This number 9 pin is tickled, but not going to fall. Still plenty of bowling left, but looks like we're going to have to start seeing some strikes in order to keep yourself in it. Colby Hagner over there was on a 4-bagger, only to put up a 7 pin there. And he seems like he's pretty safely in it. Really, just make some spares here and move on. Speaking of making spares, look like Brandon just cleaned up a single pin for himself.
Almost every pair has 4 or 5 red numbers on them.
That's the way it seems. It was very easy to do that today, whether you were missing a little up the lane and the ball never seen it, or maybe you got the ball a little too far right, a little too quick, and jumping a little bit higher. 46 feet, it was very interesting to see which way to play. So he really needing that one. I mean, it's just the 2-8. Unmakeable, but man, that needs some X's there. Speaking of needing X's to move on, it looks like that's probably going to write his ticket. Tavernier looks like he just split in the 10th. It's going to put him in the 150s. Today, both phenomenal for the most part all day, with the exception. My man started out 130 out of the gate on the 9 a.m. squad, turned around, fired 300 immediately after. That is what you got to do. And he ended up going on to lead the 9 a.m. squad, so shout out to Tay. Let's see if we're going down through here. Let's see if we can start getting some scores together. That's too
Our featured pair here. Nate Clark shipping that a little to the right. That looks great. Strike in the 8th.
just quick look. It looks like it's going to be in the 2-0s again. There is a large game going on down there. I think maybe it's by Ali's in the 2-7s. Somebody definitely has something going on there.
Everybody who seemed like they were coming hot this game with strikes, they all just they fall out. All the strikes are gone. The splits show up. And it seems to just become a 200 game for everybody. Everybody who's striking.
Caught a huge double there. Catching the runaway Brooklyn double to get him hopefully into the 2 teens.
Jeremy Hartbarger needs to strike out. This is a huge shot for him here on the right lane. And
Wow, fantastic shot.
there's 1 of 5.
Needs every one. These folks just kind of getting out of the way, almost, it seems like. Colby, he's going to be in soft at 237. We got Brandon Robertson, who is looks like he's going to push himself into the 240s at a minimum. He can go out for 260. He'll be in soft. John Sellers needs to go the next 2. John's in the 10th. He opened in the 9th at 170. He gets the first shot in the 10th. He needs to strike out for a takeoff. So I think the number's in the 2-0s. Shot there for Eric and the 9 count.
He left the light 8 pin.
Must have for Jeremy. And the light misses and hits the double. Must have situation.
Jeremy still has a chance for 2-teen if he gets the first 2 in the 10. Similar story here for Nate Clark.
John Sellers just missed the head pin, unfortunately, which is going to put him at a max of 190. I have to be honest. I think that's just outside of it. Because even if it is around that 2-0 number, it's going to be that 195 potentially. It looks like Kyle Wilkes can actually go out for 198. If you told me Kyle Wilkes was your number, I would say yes. He needs them all. Like his 10th, so he's not going to be there.
Oh boy.
And that was spark.
That'll
For Nate.
all but eliminate Nate Clark from this tournament. He did that
Potentially,
straight.
yeah. So, I mean, he would need to make the spare and then go shoot for 203. We're going to see. Nate Purchase is out for 27.
Shoot 30.
Big spare, Big spare there. Really needs them all. Him and Jeremy in the same boat. Both of them needing every hit. And I can go as far as to say Jeremy gets the first 2. I think that's it.
Goes Ruzi, big double.
Dang,
Big double to strike into the 9th. He can get the first 2 for 230.
And now that man up writing Nate's ticket home. So he gets 192 in the spare. Will the Duelich down on the ledge. Let's go walk down and take a look at the more scores here. What is with these hits? Oh, it's the same one.
Yeah, just to our right on lane 37, Joe Ceruzzi. 143 in the 7th, strike in the 8th, strike in the 9th. Here's his first shot in the 10th. Misses the head pin left. I guess he clipped the head pin, but left the 3-9. And he can get into 2 teens.
Yeah, this very much seems like it's actually might be a little lower, might be in the 190s.
I think it's Nate if he strikes.
It's between him and the 195. But it's also going to matter huge as to what Eric is. Just makes it so Eric feels great. It'll be at least in the head.
Well, Joe too, if he misses his spare. The 3-9 is not easy to make.
And he clips the 9.
That puts him at 199.
199. I think that's it, though. I think that's the 199 there.
strike for Nate Clark to get him to 192.
Another 190. 248. 240 plus down there. What did Tyler shoot? Tyler was in the 2-0s, so that's at least
Cornog.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Cornog with a 2-8-10. That gives him 192 plus whatever he gets here on the bill.
to tell you that a count here is huge for Eric Cornog leaving that tweet, and he needs to convert his 2-8.
It's a big shot for Hartberger.
And
And he gets the 4 to ball 8.
Fantastic shot on the pressure. We're going to get the official number here shortly, but Jeremy needs to sign it. That's what I would do. Stop. Just dump it in the gutter and walk away.
Hey, when did the wheel in the way? I did it earlier.
2 years huge for Eric Cornog, and he does get 2, and that does put him at 194.
I like them.
I think Jeremy kicks out one of the 190s.
Jeremy Hartberger.
Massive shot.
Ring 10.
Oh, wrap 10. But puts him in the 2-0s. So Jeremy seems to be safe. We're going to get that final count number here in just a few minutes. Just make it anyway.
Jeremy, can you foul? Did it pick up the mic? Delete it.
Yeah, we'll delete it. Tournament director, Justin Al's turn.
Get rid of the ball.
What's up, Justin? Justin, you missed all the fun today.
If I was in Reno, I would probably be watching bowling too because there's nothing to do in Reno.
Jeremy's solid performance there to end out his match. So we're going to get that final number here in just a few minutes. Well, while we are, go ahead and hop back over to our commercial because why not? Everybody enjoy our commercial.
Bowling equipment. Whether you're a recreational and league bowler or all the way up to a highly competitive bowler or even the professionals, everybody needs bowling equipment. Buddy's Pro Shop recognizes that not everyone has an experienced local pro shop near them. Something that you trust, someone that you know is going to get the job done every time. That's where we step in. Buddy's is dedicated to making sure that we have the most competitive prices in the industry, as well as offering you the option of having high-level, experienced professional drilling to your front door. Whether you're looking for tape, cleaner, shoes, balls, bags, chamois, and extremely reduced prices on equipment, Buddy's Pro Shop has you covered. And if you decide to use our industry-leading professional drilling services, you'll have myself or this guy use precise measuring tools to ensure that your ball gets the care it needs. That way you have a precise and exact fit every single time. So if you're looking for the best prices in the industry, or maybe you just need to change your drilling game, come on down to Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. Or you can check us out, buddysproshop.com, the place that's here for you, the bowler.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this NEBA live stream, one of my favorite tournament organizations. If you're looking for some of the best bowling merchandise on the internet, check us out at thehousebowling.com. T-shirts, hats, polos, hoodies, and much, much more on our website. We can also get you equipped for your next tournament with all of the newest releases from all your favorite brands, as well as some huge deals in our closeout section. We've got a special deal for you guys out there using promo code NEBA at checkout for 15% off. That's NEBA for 15% off merch only on thehousebowling.com.
At Storm, we're known for our innovations. Take a look. You'll probably spot a few of your all-time favorites. The ones you trusted. Ones that changed your game. Ones you won with. Each one a step forward. Each a reminder that progress never sleeps. And the best part? We're just getting started. Storm. Still the Bowlers Company.
We would like to recognize the additional sponsors who make these events possible. Tired of guessing how you're really performing on the lanes? Take control of your game with Tournament Sense, the ultimate companion for tournament bowlers. From tracking every frame to managing financials, it's time to stop playing and start dominating. Download Tournament Sense on the App Store or Google Play today. DJBT is a competitive tournament series built for youth bowlers with adult participation on challenging sport patterns. A PBA junior affiliate and youth athletes can earn junior gold qualifying spots. KR Strikeforce. For those who have a choice, go with the most trusted name in bowling. KR Strikeforce. Cambridge Credit Counseling is your destination for debt relief services. Visit cambridgecredit.org to learn how they can help you with credit card debt, student loan repayment options, and mortgage relief services. NEBA's longest-running sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop, offers high-quality professional services at the best prices in the industry delivered to your front door. Visit buddysproshop.com today. Bloomfield Electric, providing service, design, and installation since 1926. Jeff Barden and his staff offer fantastic bowling facilities at Yankee Lanes Keene and Yankee Lanes Manchester. Visit them on Facebook, Twitter, and their tournament Facebook page. Northeastern Bowling Championships. Ace Mitchell Bowlers. Mart is the largest bowling distributor in the world. Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. Staying ahead with innovative technology is how we build shoes for every style of bowling. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Dexter Bowling. Better Bowling Concepts, specializing in customer service and providing customers the best ball motion possible. East Coast Sports Investors, your leading source of sports information, many styles of bowling. Keep styling on them. Turbo Grips, driven to bowl. For more information on products and services, you can visit turbogrips.com or visit your local pro shop today. Taking bowling and business and marketing their products and services in a modern way, Major Bowling offers quality services and coaching regardless of skill level. Here to help you look great while you enjoy the most participated sport in America. Discover unique bowling shirts and jerseys at iambowling.com and use code NEBA for 25% off. Better feel, better control, better performance. Jopo grips are changing the game with their easy twist system and unmatched consistency. Make the change today and feel the difference immediately. Jopo grips. Trust it, love it, and just twist it. Located inside Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, Ideal Bowling Concepts is your one-stop shop for all your bowling needs. Leah Cars, the brand of cars for the bowling community. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Attack the Rack. We would also like to thank Tony and Suzanne Renaud. Island Bowling Supply, The House Bowling, Tech Vision, Northeast Megabucks, Grog Monster Sports, and Pinwheel.us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And my co-host will be joining us back here in a second. He just had to walk away. Our cut score for today was 194 for that particular round. Eric Cornog, like I said, he did a count and he got it. So 2-8-10, made every pin, and a big count in there. Whereas Nate Clark actually threw a pill shot with a different ball in the second frame, which ultimately did cost him. Because he was at 192, he was just outside of that number. So it just goes to show you in these types of formats when getting count is important versus trying to test out the ball. There on his part, but we are heading into the round of 8. Important thing as we're jumping back in here with our co-host. Important part about the round of 8 is that it is part of the Vincent Hall Memorial Classic. Let's just jump back in because we're going to have a second. But it's part of the Vincent Hall Memorial Classic. Each event is assigned whether or not it is part of the UHMC. And if you do make your way into that, you'll end up in the survivor rounds towards the end of the season. There is $10,000 extra up for grabs for the folks who do qualify. So to do that, all you got to do is come out to a VHMC event, which they are advertising. And then, just make your way to either the top 8 in the singles event or for the doubles event, I believe it's the top 4. So, so shout out to Bruce Hall, Tech Vision always, for adding that extra $10,000. which is huge. Another thing that you guys should be looking out for is qualifying for the Cambridge Credit Invitational. You just need 3 events to be invited to that at the end of the year. Shout out to Chris Bialy and Cambridge Credit.
A quick question: who won the last Cambridge Credit event?
The last Cambridge Credit Invitational event, the last winner. Your boy, right here.
Congrats, Jesse.
Thanks. That's a super fun event. The reason I like that is just for the format. It's a normal qualifying block going into it, and then they carry over into match play, which does have bonus pins, and you bowl your pair. So if you win, you end up getting 30 bonus pins.
The bowlers lead 31 to 34, 37 to 40. 2 balls each lane. Practice is on.
Sorry, speaker right above our heads. But yeah, that event is really cool just because of the format. You get bonus pins for all the people that you beat on your pair. Then that qualifies all the way. I think we do 8 games until the end. And then your winner is straight out of the gate. So it's no head-to-head matches. It's more so just trying to have the most pins with bonus pins.
Did you want to move the?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I didn't realize that we aren't going to have anybody on here. So I'll just bump that guy over real quick.
Are you going to 37 or are you going to 34?
I'll move it over here to 34 just because that is where we're going to have our semifinal match. So bear with us. As we get over into here. See how that looks. Should have been doing that during the commercial, huh? I didn't realize that they weren't going to use this pair. That's funny. And
so to our left here, we have Brandon Robertson, we have Joe Ceruzzi, Tyler Sudell, and Ryan Ladley. That's all to our left. To our right, looks like we have Colby Hagemoser. We have Jeremy Hartbarger, Tom Coco, and Eric Kornog, which should be your final 8 bowlers.
if you've never bowled an NEBA event before, I got to tell you how difficult it is, not only to make some of these NEBA cuts, but just to even make your way into this far into the match play. Even with the elimination style format, it is very difficult to make your way through an NEBA cut. That's why winning is such a big deal. These guys are just throwing their 2 shots in here. So once again, let's go back through and we'll shout out to all of our folks. Nutmeg Bowl and Dominic Griek for hosting this event, as well as making sure we had the cheapest signage out of all of the bowling centers. So thank you, Dom. But shout out, obviously, to our own Buddies Pro Shop for kicking in an extra $1,000 towards this event and being NEBA's longest running sponsor. If you didn't know, now you know. Check out buddiesproshop.com if you guys are in need of any type of bowling equipment or even drilling services. We can ship it straight to your front door, and we're no hacks. We're a high-level professional drilling straight to your front door, just like the commercial said. I would also like to thank Island Bowling Supply for kicking in an additional $1,250 along with NEBA for a special youth prize fund. So giving our guys out here a little bit more to bowl for and go towards their college education. So that is awesome to see. And shout out to this guy here right behind us, because why not? Christian Foray. Christian actually competed in his first NEBA today. Christian, how did it go for you?
It was awful.
And that right there is bowling. So you've been inducted into the NEBA atmosphere the proper way by struggling bowling. So, but we'll expect to see more out of him. My man, if he keeps bowling NEBAs like his dad did, he's going to have plenty of titles to show for it. And he's on the left side. I'm not going to say it's easier over there, but it's got something behind it for sure. Shout out to Christian for his first event there. Very cool to see. Always fun to see youth players in general taking into the sports side of competition. And really, it's, if anything, grown over the past couple of years, the amount of youth that prefer more difficult conditions versus house shots. That's refreshing to see on my part. Oh, okay, you're going to bowl. There you go.
Where's that?
No, no.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Hey guys, spam the like button if you like the Giants.
If you guys are going to join us for our next event, we have the Major Bowling Singles Open at Westgate Lanes in Brockton.
And then May 30th.
On May 30th. You can check it out at bowlingneva.com. Shout out to Major Bowling and the additional sponsors of Brockton for kicking in $1,500 towards that event. So if you're interested in title chasing, that's the next spot to go. Eric, yes, you're absolutely right. The pattern definitely played pretty difficult to not only get your ball to do the right thing going through the pins once you got it there, but the steps to get it there to begin with were pretty tricky. Just because it wasn't like just because it was 46 feet that the only miss was it didn't hook. You had plenty of times where the ball hooked too much. But yeah, it was very, very tricky. Definitely tested that.
Just going to repeat myself for those a little unfamiliar. This is Eliminator style format. That means the bowlers on the pairs with each other, they're not just competing against each other, they're competing against the entire field of 8 right now. So top 4 scores advance, bottom 4 get a check.
It's a little harder now. These are the best of the best. So, and the difficulty of this was pair to pair. It wasn't like there were no scores out there. It was just you weren't able to really put consistent scores out.
People need to see me.
Yeah, people do need to see Matt. Matt does exist here. Although we don't get to see him as much in the bowling scene as we'd all like. So we can see Ryan hopefully clean this 7 pin. And, you know, I got to be honest, Ryan was actually at one point leading the 9 a.m. squad. And if you don't know anything about Ryan's game, Ryan doesn't have a ton of hand. And on 46 feet and quite a bit of volume, you're expecting to see people who are a little bit more rep dominant kind of take control. But Ryan's A game is playing them pretty straight. So between him as well as Jeremy, both those guys like to keep their lines a little tighter. So that's why you're seeing them here right now. Between that, and they're also really, really good spare shooters. Ryan also looking to break the seal and make his way into the NEBA championship. Or give himself a NEBA championship title. He is a non-champ. And I believe him and Jeremy are the only ones that we have in the field right now. Oh, and Tyler are the only ones that are non-champions. So we could potentially be bringing up a brand new champion. Oh my, the 9 pin saws it out. That was sick.
Here. I don't know if after this.
Hate to see it, but we just witnessed Colby start out with a 2-4-10 on his pair. Just showing the differences once again, pair to pair. Especially when you're aligned. Colby was dead lined up on lanes 33 and 34. We're watching Tyler step up on now. Tyler is throwing a purple. And man, that one does not even think about it.
To be honest with you, watching his ball reaction and watching Cornog's ball reaction, just as the middle part of the lane is just getting beat up, it doesn't look to be the smart play right now.
Sure.
But I could be wrong. But Tyler's ball reaction looks a little fishy. Eric Carnog's ball reaction looks a little fishy. Those are the only guys still throwing the purple hammers.
You got to think, Eric was the cut coming into this. So that front 7 that we witnessed him have earlier definitely started trailing away as we get a little later. So I think you're absolutely right. See Tyler end up walking away with an open frame there.
Actually, I stand corrected. Joe Ceruzzi appears to have switched to 1 as well.
Oh, okay. So these guys must be seeing something when we're not necessarily. Obviously, we're sitting here in but something to make you want to get into your data here. You know, I see my football in the bag today. I never even thought about grabbing it. I did think about it, jokingly, of course. But yeah, it turns out it wasn't very much of a joke for some people as they're still in it. Just looking through real quick, lots of opens from folks to start. As a matter of fact, the first 4 matches to our right, 3 of the competitors have nothing but opens. Let's see, shred the rack. Rosie also showing that maybe your thing still isn't the look. Who knows? No one really starting out super hot here.
Through 2 frames, we only have 2 bowlers who are clean right now. Ryan Ladley and Tom Coco. I'm sorry, that's Ryan Ladley and Eric Carnog.
Oh, a little light mixture, not quite getting the 7 going there for Ryan. Something tells me if he keeps just filling frames and keeping it close, I think he's going to be just fine to move on. We'll see. Not that you get to see, but Jeremy Harburger over there on the right side of the screen actually just completely with the headband, unfortunately. Man, Eric, not maybe it's just the angle that's messing with us, but Eric looked like he was like significantly further in than what he had been over here. See, I felt like he was a little further right than that purple hammer.
Ryan Ladley with a spare to remain clean. Spare straight spare.
And my dog in this race has started out open as well. Brandon Robertson. 20 and up. Brandon's actually throwing a different ball than I think the whole time.
It's too clean.
Yeah, he's throwing an IMX Pro right now. It is just blowing through the pattern. Earlier, when he shot his bigger game, he was throwing Bionic. So I'm curious as to what made him get into that. Potentially, he did have a little bit of play on that pair because Tom Coco, I think, he came off of that. Some play on the left side. Solid shot there by Ryan Ladley, throwing that zero mercy solid. I feel like we've seen a lot of those not only go down the lane, but we've drilled a ton of those as well. So that ball's got to be pretty good. And not to mention, the only NEBA title I won was with a zero mercy solid. Check it out. If you're looking for a big, strong Santa ball, that's definitely one of the to get your hands on.
Just from the way things are going right now, if you told me the cut for this game was 170, I wouldn't be surprised.
And nobody is really putting anything together. Ryan's still clean. And that's a solid shot right there for Tyler, doubling up off his open. So definitely picking himself back up there.
That strike by Tyler is the only double we have out there.
That's insane, especially after what we looked at and seen off of the people all that made it. They were all strike. I'm not going to say striking at will, but we had 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row for some of these guys this last set. So interesting to see. Looks like the field at large is struggling to put some shots together. Really, the only person I've seen consistently in the bucket was Ryan. But that's the trouble. You can get to the 1-3 all day here. It's whether or not you can get them all to go.
So Tyler can feed off his double. Man, pretty light, leaving the 2-pin.
That's the trouble I feel like with urethane on this is it has to still slow down in that middle part of the lane and not flow through the back part of the window. Because as soon as it gets past that little hook spot area, it has no chance. It's going to blow right through it every time.
Joe Ceruzzi stepping up here. He has a chance to double. Can be our second competitor to achieve that so far. There it is.
And he's also, so the only people who have doubles right now are the people throwing purple. Purple hammers on 46 feet. Who knew? And pretty fortunate break there for Bolby as he did go pretty much through the face and just left with a 10-pin. He has gone open, spare, and ideally converts to the single here too. Definitely not a high scoring affair as we're approaching the closing part of our first half of matches here.
Joe Ceruzzi stepping up has a chance to become the first triple that we've seen.
Ooh. Just to leave a bucket. They're touchy. They're touchy. And that's why we didn't see very many high scores across the board. Even your tournament leader at plus 122 shot a 150 at some point today. Phenomenal shot by Ryan to also put himself in with the double. And he has yet to give away the 1-3.
Like I said, Ryan's the only one who's clean.
He's clean and he's maintaining the pocket. That's something to be told. And an open from Ceruzzi on the bucket. Man, if you're in these matches right now and you're shooting these types of scores, it's like, oh, you're looking at an open or two. Normally, I'm thinking, man, I'm either out of it, I'm definitely in the bottom. But right now, it's like you just got to find a way to put your foot on the gas and turn it around because clearly you're still in it. There's only 2 bowlers right now that are not pacing, it seems like, below 190s.
Ooh, triple the 4. Triple for Ryan Ladley.
And that seemed like a pretty reasonable shot for him, too. So I'm curious because the past couple, even though he is keeping it with 1-3, have been a little on the higher flush side. But yeah, triple, and right now, my man is the man of the field. Brandon Robertson switched to a Santa piece there. He switched to Equinox Solid, it looks like, to throw a spinning messenger that didn't quite connect.
And he kind of needed that to get his game going.
Fortunately, he has gone open. And he looks like he did strike, and that's probably when he made his ball change there. To get himself back to that category where you can get the ball slow down right off the lane. And that was another one there, just a little right, and really just allowed it to blow through the pattern even easier. Conversion there by Brandon. On the higher end of our matches, we'll just walk down here real quick. We have Jeremy Harbarger, who's gone open, spare, open, and then went strike spare to the first half of his game. He's got, looks like 222 maxed out if he strikes out, which at this point doesn't look like it's going to be a big thing for any of our competitors. An open frame for Tyler. Looks like Tom Coco just wrapped a 7-pin, also pacing a little on the lower side. He has a couple of opens as well for the first half of his game. He can also go out for 2-0, or no, I apologize, 2-12. Kobe Hagemos are just split there to close out the first half of his game. These scores are looking tough, ladies and gentlemen. It is who's going to grind it out and fill the makeables and keep away from those red circles. Good recovery shot there from Tyler after that open frame. And yeah, I still like Tyler. I think he's still in it. I think he's still got pretty reasonable ball reaction as long as he gets that thing to slow down in the middle of the lane and just doesn't have to send it right. Here's your, at very least, your man of the game, Ryan Ladley. I'm curious as if he does make a move ahead of it, or if he just kind of keeps trapping it in that same part of the lane. Like I said, the past couple of strikes that we did see, while he is maintaining the 1-3 well, they are creeping a little on the higher side. It's pretty difficult for a guy. Obviously, Ryan doesn't necessarily have a ton of rev rate. You know, what are you doing as far as chasing it in? Is it more of a front to back move? Are we just trying to kick the ball speed up a little bit?
Shout out to what appears to be the entire Sudell family. They're all watching.
We appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, like and share the stream. We want to make sure all these phenomenal bowlers get as much attention as they possibly can. Russian today. And that one gets just a hair further right from Ryan. It shows up as a bucket.
Which is funny. Off his hand. I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
I didn't hate
agree.
it.
I agree. I definitely thought that was like, as long as I would pick up a little bit ago. Very, very touchy pattern. Especially now as we're watching literally the best guys at the event struggle all the way across the board. It's a different type of mental game when you get into a situation where 180 is the good game. And you have to almost convince yourself of that to an extent and just keep it close, fill the frames so you can, and keep moving on. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a situation where you have 3 or 4 red circles and opens and hit yourself. Big spare there for Ryan. No one likes shooting the bucket, but when it goes down, fantastic. How I feel about 3, 6, 9, 10s too, man. Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh my, Ryan! Wow, Jeremy Hartbarger left the 2, 4, 8, 10, cleaned it up. Shame we didn't catch that one on there. He very much needed that. So that was in the 6th frame. He can currently strike out for 208. Obviously, not having the best strike book in building right now, as most of our competitors are finding that the transition is really starting to catch up with. Speaking of which, we had Eric Cornog just missed the headpin, and if he spares and strikes that, he's also in the 2-0. It looks like right now, like you said, everybody seems to be pacing about in the 170s, unless your name is Brian Ladley, and in that case, you've got it under control. Oh, big shot there.
Brutal 8 for Brandon Robertson.
So tough to see. Now, wow, he did start out with a couple opens there. He has gone strike, spare, spare, spare. All of them in pocket. All of them just not quite getting them to go. But even he is still in it because there are still few frames left to pick up the hits. That's a quality shot there from Tyler. That was high plus, no problems. Still throwing that purple hammer. Cool. And Colby Hackmoser leaving a little light next to 7. Just once again, looking to fill frames. I thought this could be a little easier to call the scoring across the board now, but everybody is pretty tight.
Give you a quick rundown. We got Brandon Robertson has 83 in the 6th on a spare. Joe Ceruzzi 102 in the 6th. He's on a strike. Tyler Studell 96 in the 6th on a double, and that's good break on the 9th in there to lead the 4. So now 125 in the 7th on a strike. We're not even going to talk about Ryan Ladley. He's got $1 million. Colby Hagemoser 92 in the 6th on a spare. Art Barger 88 in the 6th on a strike.
And Tom Coco just opened up. Looks like Tom's got 120 in the 8th.
And Cornog 123 in the 7th on a spare.
Super tight all the way through. Every pin, every hit, all of these guys. And it looks like Joe Ceruzzi has actually made a ball change. He's gone to a Zero Mercy solid itself. And 9 pin there. Not helping his case, but at least makeable.
I think it was Tommy Jones who said once, if you're not striking, don't strike with a different ball. That's probably why Joe Ceruzzi switched.
Brian Ledley showing you the blueprint here, hopefully, on what these guys should be doing. It's another one I really like. Oh, I flushed 7, but man, what a great shot that was from Brian Ledley. And ultimately, it's going to be how the pair responds to Ryan's ball reaction. I'm liking him the more I watch his ball go down the lane, especially as we see our other competitors. A lot of the right-handed guys are shaping it a little bit more than he is. Even Jeremy was shaping it a little bit further, a little further right. Eric Cornog struck there in the 9th. So he's going to be going out for the 180. He's pacing 180. So he can go 9 spare, strike for 180. He can strike out for 203. Good spare by Ryan Ladley.
Big double for Jeremy Hartbarger.
That's massive.
The rare doubles. So it's good to see.
Really pool on the Brooklyn side, leaving a 5-pin. Once again, a makeable. He makes this here. He strikes out for 191.
Thank you for correcting me, Eric.
Jeremy Didi absolutely packed 10 there to put up the only triple outside of what I see Ryan do. So Jeremy ran a rough first half of that game and then turned it around 7th, 8th, and 9th to put himself in position to make it to the next top 4. They clean that 5-pin up. And Ryan Lively safely in, even with that little washout mishap there. I feel like that's got to speak to his accuracy a little bit, because obviously he doesn't have a ton of hand. So when his miss window is so tight, that's why he's so accurate. It's crazy. All right, Ryan's going to wind out here with 200 on the nose, potentially the high game of the set. So Eric Bornog at 187. I believe 187 has a solid
huge double for Brandon Robertson in the 9th. Now he has an opportunity to get the first 2 in the 10th to get him into the 190s, which Tyler Shadell here.
Speaking of massive hits, Colby Agmoser mixes him up and gets the 7 to go. He's got, let's see here.
Big strike for Tyler Shadell. Needs one more to get himself into the 190s.
Wow. Tom Coco just punched his ticket back out of the finals. So fantastic day for Tom. Not such a fantastic day for you, and that was your horse. Huge hit here for Brandon. He needs this first one in the 10th. Oh my, and a 6-pin is left standing. That maxes Brandon out into the 170s. He'll be at 172 max if he spares and strikes. Tyler Shadell, that's pretty close. Strike here will put Tyler at 195. See Brandon clean up his single pin there, but I think that's just a little too late for Brandon. Rough start. I think it's ultimately what cashed him in. He needed to get out of that clean ball earlier. Colby yanked that one up the lane, and that's a single pin there for Colby, and that's gonna write his ticket too. Puts him into the 170s max. Good job. Nice for Tyler, puts him in 194. Fantastic game there for Tyler, and he is going to be moving on to the semifinals. All right.
So far, Brandon Robertson finishes with a 172. Joe Ceruzzi has a chance to get himself to 191.
197.
Needs the first
Ceruzzi is the guy right now we need to watch. He needs a double. He needs a double and good count.
That's in.
And that is, I think that's it. That's it. We got a 200, a 194, a 187, and whatever Jeremy Harper right here
is. He likes to bowl under pressure. He likes to save himself for last, apparently.
Right? Jeremy Hartbarger is stepping up in the 10th. He's on a triple. He goes out. He goes out for 208. A double here locks him in. An absolutely fantastic shot. 4-bagger, our only 4-bagger of this particular round. Leads one more. You guys are looking at Jeremy right now. on four bagger, this hit is massive. This one will send him in to the top four. They hit, and he leaves a bucket. And that puts him at 190 on the nose. That's in. So we have. Jeremy just need a good count there. I believe so. So we got 187, 190, 194, 200. That's it.
I tried to call it in the 170s, but they grinded.
They fought back. I mean, you got to figure. Jeremy put up a four bagger there leading into the 10th. That's massive. He needed the first one in the 10th.
And when nobody can double, but he throws a four bagger.
Not only did he need a four, he didn't throw the four bagger. He did it off of a series of opens and splits.
That was off of the 2-4-8-10 that he made.
He made the 2-4-8-10 and then put a four bagger together, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you get your way into semifinal action. Yeah, why not? We'll head you guys over to a commercial as we get into our top four. Be sure to like and share. Stick around. We're going to have all kinds of crazy bowling going on for you guys.
Bowling equipment. Whether you're a recreational and league bowler, or all the way up to a highly competitive bowler, or even the professionals, everybody needs bowling equipment. Buddy's Pro Shop recognizes that not everyone has an experienced local pro shop near them. Something that you trust, someone that you know is going to get the job done every time. That's where we step in. Buddy's is dedicated to making sure that we have the most competitive prices in the industry, as well as offering you the option of having high-level, experienced professional drilling to your front door. Whether you're looking for tape, cleaner, shoes, balls, bags, chamois, and extremely reduced prices on equipment, Buddy's Pro Shop has you covered. And if you decide to use our industry-leading professional drilling services, you'll have myself or this guy use precise measuring tools to ensure that your ball gets the care it needs. That way you have a precise and exact fit every single time. So if you're looking for the best prices in the industry, or maybe you just need to change your drilling game, come on down to Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. Or you can check us out, buddysproshop.com, the place that's here for you, the bowler.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this NEBA live stream, one of my favorite tournament organizations. If you're looking for some of the best bowling merchandise on the internet, check us out at thehousebowling.com. T-shirts, hats, polos, hoodies, and much, much more on our website. We can also get you equipped for your next tournament with all of the newest releases from all your favorite brands, as well as some huge deals in our closeout section. We've got a special deal for you guys out there using promo code NEBA at checkout for 15% off. That's NEBA for 15% off merch only on thehousebowling.com.
At Storm, we're known for our innovations. Take a look. You'll probably spot a few of your all-time favorites. The ones you trusted. Ones that changed your game. Ones you won with. Each one a step forward. Each a reminder that progress never sleeps. And the best part? We're just getting started. Storm. Still the Bowlers Company.
We would like to recognize the additional sponsors who make these events possible. Tired of guessing how you're really performing on the lanes? Take control of your game with Tournament Sense, the ultimate companion for tournament bowlers. From tracking every frame to managing financials, it's time to stop playing and start dominating. Download Tournament Sense on the App Store or Google Play today. DJBT is a competitive tournament series built for youth bowlers with adult participation on challenging sport patterns. A PBA junior affiliate and youth athletes can earn junior gold qualifying spots. KR Strike Force. For those who have a choice, go with the most trusted name in bowling. KR Strike Force. Cambridge Credit Counseling is your destination for debt relief services. Visit cambridgecredit.org to learn how they can help you with credit card debt, student loan repayment options, and mortgage relief services. NEBA's longest running sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop, offers high-quality professional services at the best prices in the industry delivered to your front door. Visit buddysproshop.com today. Bloomfield Electric, providing service, design, and installation since 1926. Jeff Barden and his staff offer fantastic bowling facilities at Yankee Lanes Keene and Yankee Lanes Manchester. Visit them on Facebook, Twitter, and their tournament Facebook page. Northeastern Bowling Championships. Ace Mitchell Bowlers. Mart is the largest bowling distributor in the world. Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. Staying ahead with innovative technology is how we build shoes for every style of bowling. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Dexter Bowling. Better Bowling Concepts, specializing in customer service and providing customers the best ball motion possible. East Coast Sports Investors, your leading source of sports information, many styles of bowling. Keep styling on them. Turbo Grips, driven to bowl. For more information on products and services, you can visit turbogrips.com or visit your local pro shop today. Taking bowling and business and marketing their products and services in a modern way, Major Bowling offers quality services and coaching regardless of skill level. Here to help you look great while you enjoy the most participated sport in America. Discover unique bowling shirts and jerseys at iambowling.com and use code NEBA for 25% off. Better feel, better control, better performance. Jopo grips are changing the game with their easy twist system and unmatched consistency. Make the change today and feel the difference immediately. Jopo grips, trust it, love it, and just twist it. Located inside Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, Ideal Bowling Concepts is your one-stop shop for all your bowling needs. Leah Cars, the brand of cars for the bowling community. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Attack the Rack. We would also like to thank Tony and Suzanne Renaud. Island Bowling Supply, The House Bowling, Tech Vision, Northeast Megabucks, Grog Monster Sports, and Pinwheel.us.
Goes down, and we stop, it pops back up.
And we don't know why.
It happens every time so you get info.
Unless you could put like some tape or something on the speakers.
It's happened like every time we do it on Fridays, we can hear ourselves. No matter where you put it. And you can mute it. It obviously has that camera muted. It still picks it.
You're right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the top 4 still Eliminator style format, but everybody's going to be on the same pair on lanes 33 and 34. You are tuning in. What's up? You have your boy Jeremy Harbarger is jumping into the mix here. These guys are getting a couple shots each just to get warmed up, or rather more familiar with the pair. However, Tyler and Ryan kind of have the advantage a little bit because they know what this pair is doing already. That's huge.
The ballers 33 and 34, 2 balls each.
But you had somebody who's already popping in with who they think is going to win. We got some folks for Eric. We got some folks from Jeremy. Obviously, we have the whole Sudell camp. And you know what? I got to be in the Sudell camp, too. My man's wearing the Buddies. Or actually, he isn't wearing any Buddies logos. What's that about? Oh, he's got one. It's on the arm. Yeah, there you go. Different kind of scribe. So yeah, definitely got to throw my hat in the ring for Tyler. Although I would like to see any of these guys win. If anybody,
we get a new hat.
If that's true,
we picked lefties and we were wrong.
That's true. Just for a fun fact, if any of these guys, except for Eric, win, we have 8 brand new NEBA champions because Tyler, Ryan, and Jeremy are all non-champions.
So there's gonna be a lot of nerves on those lanes.
Yeah, for sure. It's very interesting today that we're going to have some non-champions in the mix just because of how difficult it was. And I would like to revert that back to it speaks to the talent that is in the New England area. Just because you're not a champion at NEBA yet doesn't mean you're not extremely competitive and able to keep up with anybody who is. Shout out again to Nutmeg Bowl for hosting this event. Dominic Griek, making sure we had super cheap lineage, the cheapest of any of the centers that we've been to this year. So big thanks to him. Thanks to Buddy's Pro Shop, $1,000 additional for this event. Island Bowling Supply and NEBA for offering $1,250 additional for the special youth prize fund. I can do it. Oh, that's true. Take it. I want a lot of that too. Maddie says she's picking Jeremy. Yeah, but let us know you're picking in the comments if you haven't already. Remember, Ryan just came off of this pair. He was your high game, only at 2-0, but he didn't need it in the 10th. He really just needed an open, and that was fine. He did. But he had probably the better look of the bunch. But to be fair, when Tyler got his ball to slow down in the middle part of the lane, it was doing the right thing the whole way.
I should have been. It should have been.
Maybe the finals.
You know, I have who I want to win, and I have who I think is going to win.
Yeah.
I'm split between Tyler and Jeremy. I would like one of them to win. But who I think is going to win is Cornog, mainly because he's won in his building before. I'm pretty sure. If he hasn't, he's at least at a second place here. And he's won a lot of big things. And I just feel like
very experienced.
I feel like experience usually it's just paramount.
No, I was agreeing with you. I did the same thing last year. I shot 290, made it through, shot 2-0, knocked myself right out, both in the same pair. And it looks like these guys are pretty much wrapped up with their 2 shots each. So we're going to have some semifinal action here at Nutmeg.
But then I am also, if I had to just pick off of who I think is the most lined up, that would be Ladley.
It is too, but it's interesting because, like I said, he's super duper accurate, but his line is limited. So how much can he beat up that same part of the lane before he forces something? Very good. I did see him check out a different ball as well. It might have been a GB5. If I had to guess off the top of my head, it did look like an all solid ball. If you guys haven't already liked and share this stream, we are going to get plenty of viewers for these folks. The top 4 for NEBA action.
And just to explain one last time, 4 bowlers, they're all bowling against each other.
Whittling it down to the top 2. It does appear that Ryan decided to go with a ball different than what he ended with, so he did make a change there. Rightfully so. He had figured out starting out exactly how you want. Jeremy stepping up. Man who is constantly putting himself under pressure, it seems like this match play rounds. Or not match play. Snaps the 10. Gotta have it. That's more strikes than we've seen starting the whole last set, felt like. Not just from you.
However, 33 and 34 seemed to be the only pair that was scoring.
Dude, great shot there.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
Eric's got behind the hip in, and the 8 wiggled on him. We thought we were going to get everybody perfect through there. Fortunately, he's going to have to settle for 9. So 2 competitors out of the 3 that we witnessed throwing purple hammers still in it. And just a routine tilt frame here. Nicole, I think 39 and 40 is good. 37 and 8, I'm not a fan of. I can get by, especially in lane 40. We're friends. Looking at double here for Jeremy. And that one scoots right through the pattern, leaving a washout. Very unfortunate to still have that extension. But Jeremy is no stranger to making hard things, apparently, because he did make the 2-4-8-10 just last game. Just kind of doubling back here. I think I'm right. I think Brian is throwing the GB4 or GB5 solid. A little symmetrical, more rounded piece. Not quite as toothy as what a Zero Mercy is. Still even single pins. If it's me, I'm still comfortable with that. I don't necessarily think just because we started out with strikes that we can say for sure that we're going to end up seeing that continue. Fair shooter making that washout, clear off the board. Same as 9 spare as far as the score is concerned.
Jesse, why do you think the bowlers are struggling on these lanes? Why aren't we seeing 270 games?
I mean, a lot of that ends up coming back to, I'm not going to say it's necessarily over-under, but a lot of the people are using so much surface so much early on and a little bit further right that it forces you either to play with the surface to the point where it starts to get a little too jumpy off you and it ends up jumping in and bringing it up line, or you end up getting into the oil, and it's a fine line in between being able to control the volume in the middle of a lane as well as the length pattern, and then also being able to get the ball to shape the right way through the pins. I think that's why guys like Tyler and Eric are choosing urethane balls, because when they do get into slow down in that window, they're already can just chug in the middle of the lane to the point where they're shaking back and not overbouncing when they do see friction. Tyler put up the double there just to prove our point. But it was so easy today, even when you did have hook in the middle part of the lane to get your ball to slow down, to still not have the ball speed maintain the lower end of it, and it would end up blowing through the pattern almost every time. It was very, very effortless for that thing to go through. And then you get to the point where you have balls that are so strong. If you are playing on top of the friction, you tend to burn up, and you'll go from thinking they have great look to something that's just backdooring every other shot. And a little like mixer action there for Ryan, getting the 2 and the 8 falling to each other. And we are clean for 2 frames and an additional in the third. Not what we seen last match, or last round. Oh, man. And that's what we were talking about with that friction being there. Even Jeremy doesn't have a super high rev rate, and that ball is still just dug in so hard. But if you make the move off of that and you're not making almost like a parallel move with it, you end up getting yourself into trouble. You either throw into the friction harder and it blows through it, or just end up fighting the ball reaction he gets. Tyler looking to stay all perfect through 3. And just a 10-pin remains, but hey, that's pretty good as long as there's no red circles to follow. Another person looking to keep the clean frames rolling. Jeremy stepping up here in the right lane. Once again, all but one of these folks are non-champions. The only champion on our pair, Eric Porter. Good short lane there for Tyler. Slow rolling that purple hammer, middle part of the lane, at least a 3-6. I feel like that's what you had to do in general today. I feel like you really, unless you're playing really on top of the friction and being able to use your ball speed, if you were in the middle of the lane, you had to maintain that ball speed being on the lower side. Really just kind of roll the ball.
Lane 34 appears to be hooking early at like the first like 30 feet of the lane. Always
we'll see our first open.
Seeing the last shot from Ryan Ladley on the right lane on 34. He seemed like he got it right fast, and the ball never had a chance.
Sure.
But if you get it right
to the track,
Yeah, the way Cornog just did, you just see how it just bit. It's just crazy how you find those like patches of dry.
Sure. What a great shot there by Jeremy bouncing back. He's clean through the first 4, sitting on a strike. The guys that were able to maintain their ball speed and that friction when it decides to pop up are the guys that you're seeing right in front of you. The ones that are leading all day today. Shot from Ryan there, part in the Red Sea.
I thought he got into that hook zone I was talking about. I was a little surprised that it held.
Just enough thumb.
It's the few benefits of a lower rev rate.
Sure. Yeah, well, sure 4 action there helped Eric bounce back into that open frame. More around that one. And called in there. That was a good shot there by Tyler. Currently, he's paced out and sitting second amongst them by a stick. We got Ryan Ladley, who's pacing 280 through the first 4. Tyler's pacing basically 279 behind him. Eric's going to be sitting at the bottom of the pack, obviously, with that open frame, but only by 10 tenths to Jeremy. Still a very tight race in the first part of this game. Solid shot there from Ryan, only to leave a 10th in. But once again, if that's the makeables that you're leaving, you're cleaning them up like it's nothing. Everything's okay. You just fill your frame, move on, and keep making a good shot. It's the trouble lane. Wow, that one, just like you had said before, hooked up extra hard in the middle part of that lane, and it just really ended up making him pay the price of it.
Just makes you wonder, what do you do? Do you move left? It doesn't give you the ability to move left and throw it right, because then you're going to catch the oil. But if you move left and you parallel everything left, do you have the hold in the middle?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the play is.
That was very hard to do today, was to be able to find that hold up the middle of the lane. At least kind of hold. To the point, you'd end up getting in thinking you found hold, and you ended up 210. Does he shoot it? Brings 1. Pretty much all you can do for that part. He is sitting 86 in the 5th. Fidel looking to step up, put a double together, and ultimately take the lead. Puts a double together. Things are being thrown at him. Articles of clothing going everywhere. Everything everybody wanted. Competitors throwing up in their mouths. What are you going to do? Eric Cornog stepping up, looking to put together a double on the harder of the 2 lanes. And he does. Fantastic shot by Eric. And that right there, I feel like, goes back to the experience again. You open a frame, you know what you got to do. You got to step up, you got to pick yourself up. That's exactly what he did. Jeremy's going to step up back to on the lane that he just struck on. I mean, that ball went through the 8 pin, so I expect the same thing.
At this point in the match, it feels like a must strike for Jeremy. And he responds.
Wow, what a fantastic shot there. So right now, we have Tyler Fidel pacing 270. We have Ladley, who has working on a spare, but he is pretty much locked in as far as the line's concerned. Four lines on a double. Quality shot there from Ryan. Gets a light mixer to go. Pretty much what you have to do on that lane. That lane is super tough for the guys who are trying to curve him a little. A triple here for Cornog. It's not only huge, but now it's going to start putting pressure on the guys that are already at the top. And that one gets behind it, not quite getting the break and tripping the tooth in there, but 9 is still good. So if you guys aren't interested in coming out and bowling at NEBA, then we're going to be at Brockton. Major Bowling Open, first event for Major Bowling. Oh, wow, great shot there for Tyler. Still in the middle of the lane, throwing a purple hammer, and man, he's making that lane look real nice. Special shout out to Tyler, Buddy's Pro Shop employee. Your tournament sponsor, Buddy'sProShop.com.
Oh, Cornog has that one?
I thought he had a couple.
So did I. I thought he wants some. He did it.
Either one.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought he had a double. I was on the board.
And Jeremy not quite getting that ball to go. Now remember on 34 that ball did check high. It read the middle of the lane pretty strong and checked high. So he made the move. And right there is exactly what you were talking about. Is it going to recover once you make the move?
And also, just so everybody knows, our producers just got to us and gave us a little fact check. Nobody has any titles.
So we're going to witness a brand new NEBA champion today, no matter what. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah, that's what we thought
so
too.
Cool. Yeah.
So
okay.
So if anything,
we just got
needs to be up.
We got refact check.
We got fact check by the guy we checked.
Eric Cornog says he does have a title. Was it here?
No, 2 seconds.
He has a title.
Where did you want a couple of them?
Jeremy cleaning up his spare there. As we're working through the back end of this to see who has title and who doesn't. But for sure, the man stepping up there on lane 33 right now, he definitely doesn't have a title, but he is working his way towards competing for one. As he's looking to put together 4, and a fantastic shot from Tyler. Still pacing 270. Ryan Ladley sitting on the double. Ryan is could go out for 259, while Tyler would go out for 279. Eric currently is pacing 210.
You wanted to search me?
And just another example of how tough lane 34 is being to get it to not only slow down in the right part of the lane, but not suddenly jump up and high. Very interesting.
There's also another way, like usually find one page. Sometimes like hit the.
Oh, there we go. Tyler Chatham jumped in the chat and let us know too. They beat Gray Wiles and Rasmussen in the finals.
Yeah, Kyle did chop the 2-5.
Oh, that was the 2-5. No, Kyle.
I wrote a fun limerick about that.
The frame there. Eric can go out currently for 226. Well, it looks like Jeremy, if he strikes out 8, 9, and 10, he can go out for 216. Right now, the other guys are pacing 230s plus. This is Jeremy's good lane. He's got to have it. Fantastic shot there. They tend to go a little late. And it's all about what they were going to do to try to get that right lane to cooperate with them. But the people who aren't having that issue, are about to step up on the right lane. Show them how it's done.
You know, the people who had the advantage of bowling on this pair last game.
That's true.
They're the ones that are striking.
That is true. So in the Eliminator style format, you get to draw your lanes. It's random draw. There's points they flip over, and that's your lane that you're going to be on. And these guys drew the pair. You see Ryan with wrap 10 action there. They drew 33 and 4 prior to this. Now, the top 4 and the top 2 pairs were already predetermined. So 33 and 34 were Ryan, Gladly, and Tyler competed at. They're right back there. So they did get a little inside information to see how these lanes were playing. But that can be just as detrimental, too. You have a good look on it, and it's starting to go away, and then you end up having a bowl in that same pair. You're not sure what the look is. So very interesting how that played out. Must-strike situation for Eric. And I got to be honest, it looked like he missed that one a little bit, and obviously not a good thing to do with urethane, leaving a bucket. I think at this point, if our other two guys just stay clean, let's looking at our finalists. And a solid fourth game right there for Ryan, just pushing him one step closer to being in the finals, a championship match of the Buddies Pro Shop Open.
We think Tyler just needs a strike here to lock up his title match?
I think so. And his look looks really good. His touch looks really good. So, you know, all the right things lining up for him. And an open frame for Eric, that bucket there. I got to be honest, if I'm ever in a needed situation, I don't want to shoot a bucket.
Or a 2-5.
Or a 2-5. Or in my case, anything today. A little up the lane, but that's really raising the shot there. So spare here, that's going to put Tyler. He can go spare after that for being the two teams with the eyes closed. So ideally, we just go and fill some frames. Now, the big story here is what does Gladly do in the ninth? And what does Jeremy do? He opens up the door. Jeremy still has time to move on. This is a tough lane. Gladly has been locked in for 2 games straight on this pair. And wow, goes high and breaks the 6 up out of it.
Very fortunate to just leave the force.
Here's the situation. Gladly spares this, strikes out for 226. But if he spares again, Jeremy can go out. He can strike out win, but he needs to go 9th and 10th, all starting with what's going on in lane 34. Needs this hit. What a massive shot from Jeremy Harper. Putting the pressure back on Ryan Gladly. Massive shot there. He seems to love putting himself in these high pressure situations, needing them all. Wing frame here from Ryan. Great spare from Ryan. So Ryan gets the first one. He's locking himself in. Anything less, Jeremy can step up and strike out. Take it. And that was pretty much right in Eric's book.
Yeah, it's a shame if you saw Eric's ball reaction in game 1 of match play here. He looked unbeatable.
Sure. But now, if anything, that's the kind of ball reaction I'm looking at Tyler have. Same ball. Pretty close. Good job, Tyler. And Tyler's moving on in your championship match. Your 2-year championship match, rather. He's bowling for a title. Cleaning up our 2, moving out of the way. And ultimately, this is where the pressure builds. Jeremy's stepping up first on the lane that he has pretty good on. He gets the first one, the amount of pressure it's going to add to Brian. Massive. He gets the first one. It looks a little off the lane. And a 4-10 split. Even with the conversion here, that puts him at 194. That means Brian just needs to hit any pins at all, and he's going to be moving on. Tough right there, but unfortunate. And I had a feeling anything he got up the lane on lane 33 was definitely going to hook. And absolutely did.
And that'll do it. Great shot by Brian.
Fantastic bowling there. And it's funny enough, these guys are going to be bowling in the same pair with each other 3 games in a row. We're going to be doing that right here on 35 and 36 to the pair to the right of us. So we'll go ahead and get that set up here in just a second. Feel free to like and share, guys. If we move into our championship match, we're going to have Buddy's Pro Shop employee Tyler Sudell versus Ryan Ladley. Both looking for their first NEBA title. Good shot right there. And I got to tell you, I think we're going to have ourselves quite the match if these guys are putting up numbers anything close to what we're doing right now. Both of them made fantastic shots throughout that entire match in their match prior, or their game prior. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to handle the nerves, who's going to fill the frames, who's going to keep it under control the whole way. Feel free to let us know who you think in the comments as we head to another commercial break.
Bowling equipment. Whether you're a recreational and league bowler, or all the way up to a highly competitive bowler, or even the professionals, everybody needs bowling equipment. Buddy's Pro Shop recognizes that not everyone has an experienced local pro shop near them. Something that you trust, someone that you know is going to get the job done every time. That's where we step in. Buddy's is dedicated to making sure that we have the most competitive prices in the industry, as well as offering you the option of having high-level, experienced professional drilling to your front door. Whether you're looking for tape, cleaner, shoes, balls, bags, chamois, and extremely reduced prices on equipment, Buddy's Pro Shop has you covered. And if you decide to use our industry-leading professional drilling services, you'll have myself or this guy use precise measuring tools to ensure that your ball gets the care it needs. That way you have a precise and exact fit every single time. So if you're looking for the best prices in the industry, or maybe you just need to change your drilling game, come on down to Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. Or you can check us out, buddysproshop.com, the place that's here for you, the bowler.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this NEBA live stream, one of my favorite tournament organizations. If you're looking for some of the best bowling merchandise on the internet, check us out at thehousebowling.com. T-shirts, hats, polos, hoodies, and much, much more on our website. We can also get you equipped for your next tournament with all of the newest releases from all your favorite brands, as well as some huge deals in our closeout section. We've got a special deal for you guys out there using promo code NEBA at checkout for 15% off. That's NEBA for 15% off merch only on thehousebowling.com.
At Storm, we're known for our innovations. Take a look. You'll probably spot a few of your all-time favorites. The ones you trusted. Ones that changed your game. Ones you won with. Each one a step forward. Each a reminder that progress never sleeps. And the best part? We're just getting started. Storm. Still the Bowlers Company.
We would like to recognize the additional sponsors who make these events possible. Tired of guessing how you're really performing on the lanes? Take control of your game with Tournament Sense, the ultimate companion for tournament bowlers. From tracking every frame to managing financials, it's time to stop playing and start dominating. Download Tournament Sense on the App Store or Google Play today. DJBT is a competitive tournament series built for youth bowlers with adult participation on challenging sport patterns. A PBA junior affiliate and youth athletes can earn junior gold qualifying spots. KR Strikeforce. For those who have a choice, go with the most trusted name in bowling. KR Strikeforce. Cambridge Credit Counseling is your destination for debt relief services. Visit cambridgecredit.org to learn how they can help you with credit card debt, student loan repayment options, and mortgage relief services. NEBA's longest running sponsor, Buddy's Pro Shop, offers high-quality professional services at the best prices in the industry delivered to your front door. Visit buddysproshop.com today. Bloomfield Electric, providing service, design, and installation since 1926. Jeff Barden and his staff offer fantastic bowling facilities at Yankee Lanes Keene and Yankee Lanes Manchester. Visit them on Facebook, Twitter, and their tournament Facebook page. Northeastern Bowling Championships. Ace Mitchell Bowlers. Mart is the largest bowling distributor in the world. Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. Staying ahead with innovative technology is how we build shoes for every style of bowling. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Dexter Bowling. Better Bowling Concepts, specializing in customer service and providing customers the best ball motion possible. East Coast Sports Investors, your leading source of sports information, many styles of bowling. Keep styling on them. Turbo Grips, driven to bowl. For more information on products and services, you can visit turbogrips.com or visit your local pro shop today. Taking bowling and business and marketing their products and services in a modern way, Major Bowling offers quality services and coaching regardless of skill level. Here to help you look great while you enjoy the most participated sport in America. Discover unique bowling shirts and jerseys at iambowling.com and use code NEBA for 25% off. Better feel, better control, better performance. Jopo grips are changing the game with their easy twist system and unmatched consistency. Make the change today and feel the difference immediately. Jopo grips, trust it, love it, and just twist it. Located inside Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, Ideal Bowling Concepts is your one-stop shop for all your bowling needs. Leah Cars, the brand of cars for the bowling community. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Attack the Rack. We would also like to thank Tony and Suzanne Renaud. Island Bowling Supply, The House Bowling, Tech Vision, Northeast Megabucks, Grog Monster Sports, and Pinwheel.us.
Oh, you can hear us? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good to go. No, we're good. We're on. Oh, you're clicking on the. There you go. Check out the hardware. This is going to the 2026 Player of the Year. It's going to have all of the names of the bowlers across of it who have won throughout the year. Chris Morey, the man. And this is what your guy's going to be taking home today. A little hardware. Yeah, this guy, he's just going to be sitting in the background cheering on. And not me either. Yeah, absolutely not. So, but yeah, we are just wrapping up here. Our guys are getting their 2 balls in. If you're just tuning in to the 2026 Buddy's Pro Shop Open Singles, we have Ryan Ladley, non-champion, versus Tyler Sudell, non-champion. We're going to be crowning a brand new champion today.
Do you know anything about our competitors? Where's he from?
Ryan is from over in the Albany area. He buys a lot of new skin from us.
Oh, well, there you go.
Ryan from the Albany? How far is that
Albany,
travel?
but over in that area in New York.
Dang.
And he has a second place finish at the Green Mountain Open.
Yes, he does. Up in Vermont.
Where he lost to Tyler.
Levick?
No. He lost to Tyler Hearn. He lost to Tyler Hearn. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, he had a nut. Yeah,
Hello, Frank Rhoda. Where you at? Why aren't you here?
That's a good point.
Your boy Jeremy.
He needed to lace him back up today because it was a lot of fun regardless. So let's get us turned back around here.
Highest, well, you had the highest game last round. You had the oh no, he had a higher game. So he has choice to get higher last game. He goes by round score.
Yeah, we're still in our interesting Eliminator style format, which is apparently by game decide who's going to be bowling over the lane. But yeah, these guys are ready to knock it out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our finalists. Good luck and good bowling, gentlemen.
That's why I picked
It looks like we are going to have Brian Ladley start us out on the left lane. Brian going back to that zero mercy solid. Keep in mind, we are bowling on 46 feet. That's 2023 USBC Masters pack. A lot of volume, a lot of length. You need some bigger balls to get them to slow down. Shot of the match, Brian Ladley. To me, that looks fantastic. What a great shot there. Way to start out a championship match.
Absolutely setting the tone right there. Big shot.
And keep in mind, he's been used to bowling with the man he's bowling against right now. This will be their third game in a row as they were in the semifinals together, and they just were bowling together the pair, the game prior on that same pair. Tyler is throwing a purple hammer if you didn't catch it in our last couple games. He's been throwing that the whole time. Lots of success with that on 46 feet with purple hammer. I still can't get over it. No shot for Tyler. And that one gets behind it just a little bit. Pretty fortunate there to leave just a 5-8, even having a 4-ball late out of the 4-5-8.
It's called the catcher's mitt.
The catcher's mitt. Man, I don't want to shoot it. Looking to clear a full frame here, and really that's the best thing to do in that situation. Let's not go crazy. Open the frame straight out of the gate. Little fun fact about Tyler: he went from two-handed to one-handed, now back to two-handed. I'm feeling if he wins today, he might be sticking with that. Smart choice. That's a pretty reasonable shot there, and not quite digging in the middle part of the lane like we'd seen them pair prior, even the 2-5.
You know, I feel like on the last pair, he was a little softer. I don't know if maybe he's a little amped up while in the title match here, but it looked like he really pumped that one.
Sure. Definitely easy to do when you got the championship adrenaline running through your veins. Two here, and touches just enough for the 2-pin.
The title match 2-5.
Kyle Rasmussen watching. That's how you do it, buddy. They're looking to step up here, and they just put a double to start. You're talking about setting the tone. This is the time to do it. A 4.79 on the right lane there. Not what you want to see. But let me tell you, pin count is everything right now because he is on the strike. And not completely impossible to make this one either. So early on in the match, you probably go for your count, right?
try to make it.
Every time. Every time. I'll say I go for 2, but I'm going for 2 with the bonus spin. Did he shoot it? Gets the 2 out of there, but that 2 is 4 in that scenario, so not the worst case scenario, but unfortunate open form right out of the game.
The past couple matches from these guys, they haven't really been seeing any opens.
It's true. Like to shout out our sponsors of the 2026 season, Storm Bowling. These guys give balls away for us every event. If you see the banner in the back, they're willing to support us every season. These guys are fantastic people. Check them out, stormbowling.com, or go to my favorite place, buddiesproshop.com, and check them out. Just a hair further right. It doesn't quite pick up and drive through, leaving the 2-4-5, and early frustration setting in for Ryan Lively. Super important just to put that in the past, get up and fill your frame as early as we are into this championship match.
Especially when your opponent hasn't struck yet. You don't want to get in your own way.
Huge spare make there for Ryan, really. No one wants to shoot that 2-4-5, at least on this. But now, can Tyler step up and capitalize on his opponent's open? This is what separates champions from people who don't. Another shot right there where it's kind of juicing through the pattern just a little bit. Leaving a bucket.
Yeah, I'm a little split on that one. It might have been a little juiced, but he definitely did get it a little right. This lane doesn't have that hook spot that the Pedro left had.
An open frame there for Tyler, not getting a 4 out of it. Now it's time to let it go. Make the adjustment to make the shot. We haven't already liked and share our championship match. That's pretty close. And a tactful shot. And the crowd is pumped back here for Mr. Snell. Let's see it.
He still kept his ball speed up on that one.
Sure.
But he kept it in the track rather than shipping it right to the track. And that's why he was able to strike.
Sure. Lively's been rock solid up until that point. So we'll get to see if he steps up and answers the call.
He looks like he's moved right.
The last shot on this plane was a 4.79, where it did hook very early, and it just kind of drove to the face. Did he make an adjustment? And a fantastic shot there from Ryan, answering back, snapping the 10. Now we get to see if either one of these guys is willing to put up the double. Currently, we have a 5-pin advantage going to Ryan. We are approaching to close the first half of this match. Good shot. And a double there for Ryan. Fantastic shot.
You know, I applaud Ryan. He's really taking his time.
Sure.
And usually when bowlers get into title matches, they want to speed things up and they rush through everything.
Sure.
And yeah, he's absolutely taking his time. He's doing a couple practice swings, and I applaud him for that.
All of that part of the pre-shot routine, and I feel like that's huge if you want to be successful in these types of situations. Managing that pressure, managing the adrenaline. Right there, show with that double. That one definitely will up the lane in comparison. Probably just making an adjustment there, just a hair up the lane off of that. This is the part where you almost gave the advantage to Ryan. Coming onto a new pair, isn't the answer on every one of these pairs this season. Ryan has been managing 1-3 for the past several games that we've witnessed. So it's now it's about finding the ball range for Tyler on both lanes to be able to get to the 1-3 and stay in this match. Both of these competitors bidding for their first title. That's a pretty good shot from Tyler. Fantastic. That is 10 straight back. Ryan's seeing a double currently. Like I said, he's controlled 1-3 phenomenally throughout this match. Past one. Strike here will speak volumes. And a little half pocket hit there, losing 10.
It looked like it wanted to lead the 7 with it, so I think he got a little break there.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if Nutmeg. I have to go back and see how he gets the 7 out of Nutmeg. Flat gutters here are D. Routine spare here. And a Phil frame for Ryan. Also, phenomenal spare here. If you don't know anything about Ryan, he covers a lot of his spares. Now it's time to step back up and just put it right back in there again. Ryan's actually knocked on the door a couple times. One time at up in Vermont. You know, there's second. Tyler Hearn. Well, the Green Mountain stayed open. Well, today beat his day to break through. This shot will tell a lot.
See what I mean by him taking his time?
Yes.
Although he did rush through his spare shot. But you can really control a match if you're the one taking the time.
A little more rotation on that one. And gets the trip forward, a huge hit for him. And he is commanding this match right now. He's sitting at 117 in the sixth. Tyler on a strike right now in the sixth. The best he can have him at 99. I would say they must strike situation. Tyler on a strike but it feels that way. Ooh, and a 10-pin, 7-10 off, pretty solid shot. At this point, just needing to fill frames and move on.
If I was Tyler, after the spare, I would take some time.
Absolutely.
Especially when your opponent has momentum, you kind of want to throw him off that. But you can see
agree.
Tyler's just going to get up there and throw his next shot. But I wouldn't do that.
I feel like that type of thing is learned, especially if you're not used to being in this particular situation very often. And he's stepping up on the lane that he probably feels he has the best look on. It's like, all right, I gotta get up and get this one, get it over with, put 10 back. I got to put pressure back on it. And that one got pretty far right. And a 5-pin, which is just a little unexpected, to be honest. I thought that was going to blow through the window, and it hooked way. They've been very makeable spare. I would have never imagined that was going to 5-pin there.
Yeah, off his hand, I'm pretty sure the whole building thought he was going to wash out. And it just sparked and went left.
That is incredible. You know, keeping in mind, there really isn't that many games on this. I mean, this is probably typical to a league game that's on this right now. And just routine spare covering that 5-pin there. And at this point, it's Ryan's match. It's Ryan's match to do with what he pleases. He's ready to take a championship today. It's right there to grab. All he has to do is just keep going through his routine and make the shot. Just going through his routine. You know he's going to do the practice swing. A little more rotation than the last one on this game. And he gets him to go. Huge double right there. Fantastic shot from Ryan. Extending his lead. Currently, if Ryan strikes out 9th and 10th, he goes 237. Tyler can strike out for a max 188. And Ryan's going to take re-rack here on the left lane. Both a tactic to help him take some time, and to be honest, that rack didn't look great. strike here. And he is going to have this all but wrapped up. Pretty good. Man, just 10 back there. What a fantastic shot from Ryan. Really just slamming the door. What amazing bowling from him for the past 3 straight games that I've gotten to witness. So crazy. And on a pattern that was, 46 feet, super tight in some places. For a guy who doesn't really hook the ball very much, kept it in play, and that was the key to success. And Tyler got that one a little further right, got it to mix it up there. Yeah, there you go, the EJ Tackett wave. Now we just need the EJ Tackett ribs.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, if Tyler gets up and puts all 3 in the 10th here, Ryan will just need to keep it on the lane, and he's an NEBA champion. I got to be honest with you, needing to just keep it on the lane the first and the 10th, not as easy as it sounds. When you're playing the line Ryan is, it's probably okay. Get close. And a little mixer, get the 5-7 out. See if he can put together a late triple just for some fun here. And that one might do it. Oh, threw some pins around, leaving the 7. Still a solid shot there. Solid bowling from Tyler all day, especially once we got in the match play. So Tyler. Would have been nice to have a Buddy's Pro Shop employee walk away with the title on this one, but I got to tell you, it feels just as nice watching Ryan step up here and really just seal the deal. And there's a special feeling about winning your first NEBA title, especially when you get to step up and just cherish the moment as you step into the tent.
Absolutely enjoy it. Is he going to take his time, or is he just going to get it over with?
He's doing the practice swings and all. And that'll be it, folks. There he is.
Way to do it.
Championship.
A lot of emotion.
So much fun. Fantastic ball by Ryan. To come so close so many times and finally be able to break through is definitely something else. These things are so hard to win, and you bowl against such elite competition, especially in the New England area, and just to be able to come out on top.
Shout out to Rob Ladley, congratulating his big brother, whether that's his older brother or maybe Rob is just a tiny man. We don't know.
Fantastic shot there. Fantastic shot. He's got one more to cap it off just for fun, but man, what a breakthrough day for Ryan Ladley. From start to finish there. No more non-champs for Ryan. Ryan's going to take home a fat check and then also a spot in the Tournament of Champions later on this year.
And it's lovely trophy.
And this lovely trophy. Absolutely. So shout out to Ryan. Fantastic day of bowling. He kept the 1-3 in play all day, made fantastic shots, made the right moves, made the right ball changes, and got the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for tuning in to today's stream. We will catch you again in Brockton, May 30th.
Thank you for tuning in to our live coverage of today's event. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and members for their continued support of NEBA. We couldn't continue to offer some of the best competitive events in the country without you. Your commitment to the sport makes all of this possible. We encourage you to support the businesses that support NEBA. When you support our sponsors, you're directly supporting NEBA and the future of competitive bowling. Be sure to check out The House Bowling and receive 15% off all merchandise by using promo code NEBA at checkout. You can also shop I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, and save 25% off your order with promo code NEBA. Thank you again for being part of our community.